music video made me sad. It used to make me laugh. And that made me sad. It made me sad because that nigga gave him the worst verse ever. Why would you rap? I don't give a fuck what these bitches say. They playing, dog. I'm at the mall in my car. It was far. I'm a star. Aha. Why is he rapping like that?
Back then, they could do whatever they wanted to do, though. It didn't matter.
He didn't sound like that. He never rapped like that with a dog pound.
No,
Daz Dillinger did not rap like that.
He really didn't care. He was like,
I think he just threw him a shit verse. You can look at his face, look like you were playing with him.
He was like, man, this Nate, man. I'm gonna just do some shit.
Yeah, this Nate, I'm not gonna give him.
He was like, man, I'm just gonna do some shit, man. Then we're gonna go to the club. Fuck it. Come on.
He was fucking with Nate Dogg.
He was.
Yeah.
Nate should have said something like, bro, there's some bullshit ass verse, man.
I'm not gonna let you talk to me like this. Get out the booth, nigga. You ain't serious.
You do this shit again. I'm telling Suge. That's what he should have said.
Yes, you would have never done this on Tupac album. You would have never.
Right. He wouldn't have. Nope. He wouldn't have did it to Pop. He wouldn't have did it to Corrupt. He definitely wouldn't have did it with Dre or Snoop. He definitely wouldn't have did it to one of them. Yeah, he played Nate on that shit. Yeah, he did.
Everybody know how well he can rap. There was no reason for that.
Yeah,
I could see if that was his style. That is not his style.
He literally just did some shit. He was like,
wow.
It was like, hey, man, we about to head out to the spot. He's like, damn, I forgot to do that verse for Nate. Hey, give me like 5 minutes. Warm up the 6-4. I'll be out in 5 minutes.
They said, oh, man, I know I forgot to do something.
I knew it was something I was supposed to do.
God.
Man, let me drop this verse to this nigga, man. God damn. And he got to have it by tomorrow, too.
Yep. That's when you know a nigga ain't your friend. Don't give me the worst. Just don't give me nothing at all.
Just tell me you couldn't do it, nigga.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right with you couldn't make it.
I'm not all right, man. I couldn't do it, man. I tried last night, man, but couldn't do it. All right, man. Yeah. Fine.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
you whack. I just you to tell me that, man, it's whack. I'm not doing that.
Just tell me you don't like the song. Right.
Just look, it's just lame. Give me a better one. I can live with that.
Tell me you'll catch me on the next one, man. Like, man, I'm gonna get you on the next one, man. I wasn't really feeling this one, bro. I'd be like, all right, man. Don't trip.
Because I remember I used to listen to the song. We used to play Madden when I would listen to that song. They'd be laughing because I'd be sitting there just saying anything. You might see me at the club. You're wrong, and I'm gonna fuck you up. Because he don't change the way he's right. That's not a real ballad, sir. It's not a song. Like, why are you? And you did it the whole time.
Yep, sure did.
He never changed.
And they shot a video for it. Like, that shit was just like, yeah, this shit here gonna hit the charts. We shoot the video for this.
But they look like he about to put some special effects in it, though. He got a nigga about 3 Nate Dogs in there. They was cheesy and shit.
Niggas went out and brought fatigues.
He had a black and white outfit. He had his own black.
He might even had a trailer at that video shoot. Yeah. Should spend about maybe 100,000 for him. Yeah.
Wish they'd have shot that up. They should have shot that video shoot up. They should have just shot it up. You hate Nate? No, that's just that song.
It's just that song, nigga. It's just that song, man. That's my nigga, but that song,
Snoop Dogg did a drive-by on Nate Dogg. I tried to tell that nigga not to put that song on his album.
And it wasn't nobody in the video. Didn't nobody even show up for his video.
No, that's what I'm saying. How you down with all these people and none of them show up? None of them.
No Snoop.
It was no what's his name? The other DJ, Dre brother. Warren G.
Yeah.
Wasn't no Warren. Come on.
Only reason Daz was there because he was on the song. He
was just doing stupid shit in the back. And then let you know the person he wasn't for real. That's what he was doing in the video.
He's like, man, whatever, man. He was that whole video shoot. He was like, "Hey, what we doing after this? We gonna do what? Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Come on, man. Let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead and go,
we had
man.
on the storyboard.
Oh, we got to get out of here, man.
Get out of here. Yep.
Oh, hey, man. How you doing, man? How you been?
I've been good, brother. I've been good, man. As you say, life been life, and that's all. What about you?
I've been all right, man.
Yeah.
My little girl out of school, so.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so things is different. Things is all right, but they all right. I don't feel right about her being out of school like this.
Man, it hit that milestone, Doc. Going off to college.
Had a brother come to my house today. He was delivering. But let me tell you something. You ever had one of them slushy things from Dairy Queen?
I have not.
You should. Wow, these are made. Oh my God, it is so good. I don't know if any of y'all have ever had one. Mist or something. They take the ice cream and then they put like little pieces of ice in it, and like I guess what I don't know the fuck they do. But I remember
it kind of like that thing from Chick-fil-A that you had me get one of them too. Them Chick-fil-A. The lemonade thing, it's like that. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't like that ice cream and the slushy. I don't like that mix.
He said, I don't like it.
I don't like that shit. I said, hey, look, when I bought it, I said, damn it, Tommy. Then I looked at the person at the counter. I said, hey, take care of this for me. Threw it back at the counter like this. like you're coming to America.
Coming to America, yeah.
Hey, take care of this for me.
No, but it was good. It was good. So I don't want to recommend it, but I bought it and I went to go get it from the door, and the dude says, "Are you yeah. Oh man, I've been a fan of yours forever, bro." And then the ADT guy was here because he was supposed to be fixing my shit, which he didn't. So
was he black?
No, he just white man. That motherfucker. I had to fire the black man who was working on my house. I had to fire this nigga. He talking about some kind of come get my gear tomorrow. I said, no, you come get it Saturday, you bitch. Nigga told me, just the fact that you gonna sit there and tell me I don't care if I get a bad review. I got plenty of those. I still get work. I did not know this. Wow. The only niggas say things like this. Yep. I have plenty of those. I still get work.
Yep. Yeah. Can't work with niggas, man. These niggas, man. You know, if you have not been able to test that nigga, what you gotta start doing, you get a plumber or somebody, you say, hey man, I want you to try to fix this little water hose leak outside first. And you can fix that, then I'll let you fix some shit in my house.
So this nigga got my house looking rough. He done took my, so I don't know what's so now
did he finish the thing in the basement?
No, none of it's finished. It's how
none of it is.
Not one job he was supposed to do is he finished.
God damn.
So I'm about to hire some white boy to come finish the damn job he didn't do.
You had to go get the Mexicans, man.
Somebody, but just
gotta get the Mexicans, man.
But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sue him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sue him. I'm gonna sue him for the work he didn't do. You ain't gonna sit here and come and fuck up my house like this.
Man.
It ain't right. You motherfucker, you. Anyway, but that's what's going on. Let me get off that shit. You done make me mad. Why did you bring that up? Why did you bring that up?
I was trying to hope for the best and thought that nigga would have got his shit together. It's been like what? I was over a month ago.
Yeah, you had to bring that shit up. You had to.
Yeah, that was shit. That was maybe more than that. About a month ago.
Yeah, it's been over a month.
6 weeks. It should have been over a month. Yeah.
Lying
I gave him some CP time on that. That nigga had about 2 weeks worth of work, so I'm figuring it's been down there 6 weeks. He'd at least had it done by today. Like, nigga just finished today.
Last 2 weeks, this nigga told me all kinds of excuses. How you gonna tell me you and your wife had an anniversary? Nigga, that show up the same time every year. That's why they call them anniversary. Like his wife walked up to him and said, Do you know what today is?
Nope. Yeah, these motherfuckers, man. Boy, I tell you.
I never even understood that song. What the fuck? How is this nigga saying this? Like, everybody should know who you in a relationship with. You don't know when your anniversary is.
Hey man, some people do be forgetting that shit.
I know, but fuck it. That's why I don't. Yeah. That's why I don't like no hoes like that. I don't like them like that. That's the best way to do, man. Fuck these bitches. All they doing is cheating anyway. I don't give a shit. Listen. There you go again. Why you bring that up?
I bring that up. That's me too. That's my fault. You brought the anniversary shit up, not me. That was you. Let's see, you know, and they like, yeah, man, you had a good burger lately? Nah, man, this bitch stole my burger meat out my refrigerator, man. Bitch, why you bring that shit up?
Why you bring that shit up, Brian? Why you bring that shit up, Brian? I just don't understand.
Here I go bringing shit up. This nigga here.
I just asked you how you was doing. Why you bring that shit up?
Hey, man, how you doing, brother? Why you bringing this shit up? Ask me how I'm doing.
Now you go again.
Fucked up. That's how I'm doing. Oh, man.
Did you see it, Brian? Did you see it? Did you see it? There was this thing that was going on. Crazy. It's about a teacher, a male teacher, young man. I think he calls himself TH Illuminator on Instagram. And he had a video where he was letting the little girls in his classroom, teenage girls, braid his hair. Did you see this?
Yes, I did. And I don't know how. I'm when I first saw it, I had my initial reaction, but after that, I just said, how is it that we find just the most inappropriate, outlandish shit to do wherever, fill in the blank, whether it's at church, grocery store. I mean, when you just think of all of the things that go on in these places, it's like we find a way to just find the most outlandish shit. Photography studio, what do we have somebody do? Have their baby daddy face in their ass crack, take a picture, photo shoot. It's like grocery store, what do? We find a woman who will put her naked baby in a garbage bag in a shopping cart and walk around the store. School, classroom, what do? We find a teacher who gets his students to take his braids down and do his nails and all kind of other shit in the classroom.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, Brian. I'm gonna let you, along with the rest of the people, take a look at this. If y'all haven't seen it, this is what we're gonna be talking about. As a matter of fact, Brian can share the link. I'll share the link if y'all want to come up here to talk about this. Check it out.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So, of course, I had to bring this issue.
People was just making it weird. Let me start.
Stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just there. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
Go ahead, Brian. Your thoughts?
Sometimes you have to realize that even though something can be controversial, even though it to you may be innocent, it could be the gateway into something that's a lot more dangerous. Or it could take you somewhere where you really don't want to go. And it's like just sometimes you should just, even though you think something is okay and you can justify it in your own mind, you should still have discernment and just look to see, what does this really look like? What are the optics of this? And is this in a proper setting? Number one, it's inappropriate because you're being too familiar with these students. These are not your kids. These are students. They're in school. They are there to learn. They are not there to personally tend to your grooming needs. Because my thing would be this: what if the next teacher wants to get their feet rubbed? What if the next teacher wants to get a pedicure, a manicure? Where does it stop? They want to get their pimples popped, on their back. They want to get a boil busted or something. They want to get their feet shaved because they got dead skin on their feet. Then that's going to be gross. Well, it wasn't gross when somebody was playing around in your hair for an hour and a half. It's like they do. There are certain things that even though it's like, oh boy, this could be looked at one way or the other, you should probably not do it because it's going to lead you somewhere where you probably don't want to go. And my thing is, it's them playing in your hair. That's not something that should be done in the classroom. That's not something that should be done with you and your students. That's exactly why it's inappropriate. Plain and simple, because things go too far. And then you got it to where now people are making their own judgment. Well, I think it's okay. The parents said it was okay. Hell, you can have dumbass parents. That just because the parents are okay with it doesn't mean that the parents know what's best. There are plenty of parents out today that do the wrong thing consistently with their children. So just because the parents were okay with you and signed off for you doing this,
I need my dick suckers. Any one of these students want to volunteer?
right?
I'm not gonna get anything out of it. I just, I didn't have time. My girl last night, I had to work. She didn't have time to suck my dick. So I mean, it's not,
I was stressed out after our Iowa test scores. So I needed to relax. So
Now some people said, and this is gonna be my response to the people who said it's not sexual. Here's what I asked. Why was there not one boy doing his hair? Now, I asked the question, why was there not one boy doing his hair? And you know what one of the people said? Ain't no boy gonna want to put his hand in his. Then once you say that, you can't then tell me it's not sexual. You just told me no boy would want to do it. If it wasn't sexual, a boy would have no problem doing it. In his mind, it would just be the thing. But you had these girls doing it. And teen girls are like teen boys. We want to fuck a lot of our fine teachers, and they want to fuck a lot of their fine teachers. Now imagine if one of your fine teachers allowed you to walk up and play in her damn hair. What would you be thinking if you were able to do it, fellas?
And
no matter what she's thinking, what are you thinking?
Exactly. And let the truth be told, it's intimate. That's an intimate thing. I can.
You got a wife.
I got a wife, and I will sit
in your house doing your hair. What would your wife say?
Hell no. And she probably
you came in, it was a nigga just in your wife's head.
Hell no.
You came to the job. It's a nigga that's doing her hair.
Nope. Hell no. I'm pulling my pistol. It's like, and I've done that to my wife. My wife is set with me. We land on the couch or something, and I will massage her scalp. Women love it. Why don't you think men don't? It's like, no. It's just like, even with my wife, she will scratch my beard. You know what I'm saying? That's intimacy. That's just what that is. So that's another reason why it's very inappropriate. And why somebody thinks that's okay, because the parents are, man.
And then I listened to his story. Your Honor, he's a punk.
Right.
Then he cussed in his video talking about my parents listened to the video. That's why I hate niggas. Seriously. Not even that cuss words are bad or good or whatnot, but your teacher knows shouldn't be listening, saying them. And at the end of his video, he's sitting up there cussing in the video saying that my parents, the students and parents follow me. But let's move on to this part right here. He said, I had a interview that I had to do, and I wanted to look right. So I didn't take my hair down before that interview. Then when I got home, it would have taken, all kinds of time to do it. So I didn't. So when I got to school, I told these people and the other classes that if y'all finish, whoever want to volunteer to come take my hair down for the final 10 minutes of class can come do it. So by that logic, if it would have taken you a long time to take your own hair down, I don't know how long that would have been, but how the fuck all them girls do it in 10 minutes? How was they able to take all your hair down in 10 minutes? So that means it probably would have taken you, 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. So what the fuck were you doing when you got through with your shoot that you didn't have an hour time to your fucking self the night before or the morning? So you didn't get a chance to do it. What, they're going to be doing the next they're going to be doing your taxes? Yeah. You didn't have a chance to do them? Think about it. Well, how would that be?
It was April 14th.
I would rather them do your taxes. Because at least they would have still been learning something about numbers. They would have been learning something about something they'll be doing. But you're having these girls feel in your nasty ass hair. And if it was my daughter, and if you didn't have time, let me tell you something. If you didn't have time to do that, that means you didn't have time to wash your motherfucking nasty ass hair either. Because you don't wash it before you take it down.
You don't wash it before you take it down. You're right.
Therefore, my daughters are sticking their hands in your fucking head and it ain't been washed. And so, again, we know that a lot of these girls are fast. Period. Yes. We were and when we were boys, we were mannish.
Yep.
They don't need to. You don't need to be the cool teacher. I'm sick and tired of these teachers trying to be the fucking cool teacher. Every other fucking day, we see a story about a teacher fucking a student. And if I got a problem with Teacher Bay, then I gotta have a problem with this nigga. Always trying to be cool with. Let me tell you what you could have done them last 10 fucking minutes. Let them either do something together or let them do something for extra credit. You never hear these fucking cool teachers tell you about how all of their students are graduating with honors. Are passing the class with honors.
And here's my thing. You got extra time in the classroom, then why don't you teach them something else?
Ooh.
I mean, I know that's crazy. I know that's just, I know that's a shocker. I know, I understand, but you took your test. The kids did extremely well, like you said, and you wanted to reward them. Okay, why not teach them something else? Or teach them, and it doesn't necessarily have to be where you got to break out your science book and do something else. Teach them something about life. Teach them something about, hey, how to debate or how to have a conversation. Teach them how to balance a checkbook. Have some type of dialogue with the children if you want to do something else, as opposed to saying, I'll let them take down my hair. Yeah, that'll work. It's a win-win situation for me.
Did you pay them?
Right. Ain't paid them shit. Just sitting in there going live. And he knows, and that's my thing too. Because we all know, especially young girls, just like you said with young boys, young girls at that age, they are always going for the older guy.
Yes.
Those girls in that classroom, they like him and he knows it. So therefore, he's doing something and he's allowing them to do something that allows them to be closer to him. And that's where it's inappropriate. And he knows that. So therefore, he's manipulating that situation. He's manipulating them. It's like you don't do those kind of things. Just like when we did the show about the teacher who was wearing the tight ass clothes. She talking about she can't help it because of her body. Well, you need to help it because you know what these young boys are doing and what they're thinking about and how it's a distraction in the classroom. Don't do the shit that you want to do out in the world in a classroom. And it's like it's not rocket science. It's not hard to do. But when you have people that are starving for attention, they're hooked on that social media drug. That's the new heroin. Oh yeah, this will give me some likes. I'll show that I'm a really cool teacher because I got the kids, doing my hair. I got the kids, they really love me. You don't see a lot of teachers. First things first, we don't see a lot of male teachers. More extinct than that are black male teachers. So why is it that when we have that one, this is what they want to do? I want to use my classroom as a platform for my social media. That period it's just not the thing to do.
And here's the one thing that no one really wants to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it. What about the male students? How they would feel alienated at this point? You didn't care about that?
Oh, I let them go play basketball.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. You alienated the male students. 2, you're trying to teach those students. Let me tell you something. These teachers should already know psychologically. They've talked about the damage social media does to the young mind, to the point of where they're saying they should ban it from people who aren't a certain age. That's how bad it is.
Yep. Didn't they just do that in Florida?
Yeah. And think about it. So even that though, so what you're doing is teaching them that you're on social media and they can be on social media. You see the one little girl that was beside him doing like this in his video. She wasn't braiding his hair. It's only the fat motherfucker was doing most of the braiding. The other one was just sitting up there being in there and being on her phone and looking down in his phone. You don't think, listen, I ain't no dummy. I hate that we try to act like we weren't their ages.
Yep.
We were their ages. We know what we were doing and we know what we were thinking. And we didn't have cell phones and we didn't have a proliferation of porn online. They do.
Right. Yep.
They're way more advanced than what we ever thought we were. They're farther than that.
Yep. And have access that we never dreamed of to whatever. The amount of access that these kids have now, it's like, that's one of the reasons why I'm just totally against giving my daughter a cell phone. She's about to be 12 years old.
Say it, boy.
I'm sorry. She about to be 11. And she does not have a cell phone. And she asked for one. And I tell her, I said, where are you at? Or where would you be to where you are not with me or your mama or you're not in school? I said, every place where you at, there's a phone. You don't need a phone. I said, now when time comes and you're going to be somewhere where we're not going to be around, I said, then we'll talk about it then. But as of now, you don't need a phone. Take this iPad that got my account on there so I can see everything you doing on there and be happy with that. It's just one of those things where I don't want to expose my kids to things that they shouldn't be exposed to. Yes, I'm going to prepare my kid for the world as best I can, but I'm still not just going to give them unfettered access to it or give them a device that's going to give them access to it because of things like that. Because if that was my kid up there, if I was split up from my baby mama or whatever, or I was split up from my wife and she allowed my daughter to do that, I would be pissed off. And dude would hear from me.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. Have to see me.
I'm in front of him, and I'm gonna tell him, and I'm gonna make sure that if I tell him, I'm okay. Let me not say I'm gonna be violent. I'm gonna tell him, and I'm gonna tell him in front of the principal. And I'm gonna say that if I ever see this again, then it ain't gonna be no conversation. Yep. You have there was nothing in your mind that should have ever made you believe, A, you should videotape my child and put it on your social media, and 2, my child should be playing in your hair when they got songs about niggas getting their hair braided by the bitch they trying to fuck. Everybody knows braiding anybody's hair is typically intimate unless it's an adult and a child. And that ain't an adult and a child because he barely older than them motherfucking little girls.
Yes.
And they ain't your kids, so stop it.
Yep.
And here's what's the part that bothered me, and I don't know if it bothered you, but let me tell you something. Here's what really bothered me. That if you look in the comment section, there was a whole bunch of motherfuckers saying ain't nothing wrong with it. And you know who it was? Single black mothers. And you listen to his
I was just about to say it.
Off my hat. You got to listen to his story. He's sitting there talking about many of them said that they were glad.
How did you get his voice that fast? How did you do that?
Many of them said that I'm the male figure or like a father figure or like an uncle for the kid. Motherfucker, my daughter has a father. She has uncles.
Yes.
All that Uncle John need, oh baby. So she don't need to go to school. And if you were her uncle, let me tell you what, my daughter ain't up there in her uncle's hair.
Exactly. I just don't. There is nothing that anybody that you can just try to make this go okay. Here's the thing. Let's just say, because this is a science teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say if he had some, maybe some weed that he wanted to get bagged up. Maybe he wanted to teach the kids about measurements. Brought some cocaine to rock up. Teach them a little science, a little chemistry, and rock up, take some coke, rock it up.
You got the Pyrex.
Get the Pyrex going, get the Vision wear going. Let's just say he wanted to do that. Everybody would be saying, nah, you can't do it. That's going too far. This is one of those things where you just don't do it. Because even when people think, oh, it just seems innocent, they were just doing that and they were streaming it. So it wasn't like he could do something weird or do something. If he's doing this on camera, what would he do when he's not?
Thank you.
What would he do when everybody says, when he have a end of the semester party at his house and all the kids come over? Oh, he's so good with the kids and all the kids love him. Yeah, we'll let him go over to the house. What would he do there? He's in the comforts of his own home now. What would he allow them to do there?
And then I'm going to say this, Brian. They all kept saying it's nothing sexual, and then they kept saying black folks need to stop thinking everything's sexual. Listen, you stupid bitch. 3 out of 4 black girls before they turn 18 have been raped and or molested. Everything's sexual, you stupid bitch.
Exactly.
But number 2, let me explain something to you, ma'am. If you've ever been dated and a nigga tried to fuck you, one of the ways that we do it is, let's just say we get in one of these groups on Facebook. Well, how do we try to fuck the girl that we see in Facebook or Twitter or whatever, or even in any of these comment sections? You be nice to them. You say nice, sweet things. They start off, you starting to email them and, telling me your problems. The next thing you know, I'm in your guts. You got to understand, I've had it happen several times. It just happens. So the guy who's trying to be, when we talk about pedophiles, y'all need to understand. First off, a guy that play basketball is going to go to where basketball is being played.
Yes.
Two, if he want to get picked up on a team, he going to go where they playing pickup ball.
Yep.
If I like children and I want to molest them, one of the first places I'm going to go is where the children are. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure that the people who have the children, because they're not mine, they're going to be other people's children. So then I got to make those other people feel comfortable letting their children be around me. Mentors. Any of these people who do these things, they have the greatest access to your kids. I'm not trying to tell you that all mentors are molesters. I'm just trying to tell you, why wouldn't you pay more attention to the people that have the greatest access to children, jackass? Why would you believe child molesters are people who barely are around children?
Exactly.
It's the people who are always around them.
Yep.
So you got this teacher who's always around these little girls. He's recording them. We know we can fuck women if we go viral and we're grown. Like literally, if you have a big internet presence, you can fuck grown-ups. You don't think you could do that to little girls if you have a big internet presence? So guess what he's doing? 2 things at once. 3, your damn mama probably trying to fuck him, and she thinks allowing him to have access to her child is going to get her closer to the dick.
Yep.
It's a bad situation.
Yes. And also, too, when you just look at it, it's like anybody, let's just say this is the worst guy in the world. So this is the worst guy in the world, and yes, he's trying to fuck all y'all kids, right? So not only is he in a place where he has access for at least 5.5 to 6 hours a day, but now he's also creating moments where he can be familiar with your child. Why would you be okay with that? Let's say, because we don't know if he is or if he isn't, if he's a hebephile, pedophile, or whatever kind of file. We have no clue. But why would you think it's okay? Yeah, why would you think it's okay for him to be familiar with your child? It's just like how you don't let how I've raised my kids say yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Why? Because I want them to be respectful and I don't want them to get familiar to where they calling their aunties or their mamas by their first name. I don't want them to do that because I don't never want them to think that that's their peer. And you know how many times we've seen parents make that mistake where they want to be their kids' friends and they raise these kids up like they homies, and then they turn out to be monsters and they turn out to be even more or just as irresponsible as they were at the same age when they were growing up, just so that they can have somebody that's just like them. This is my little twin. She looked just like I did. She act just like I used to act the same way. Oh yeah, I used to do the same stuff. Next thing you know, you was pregnant with her at 17. Now she done topped you and she done did it at 15. Now you talking about you a grandma. I'm 31. I ain't gonna be no grandma. I'm a grandma. That's how that shit came about. Fostering that bullshit type of culture with your own children and your families. I don't want my kids to be familiar with no adults. I don't want my kids to think there's an adult out there that's their friend. I don't ever want to be my kids' friend. I'm their daddy and I'm going to stay their daddy. Whether I'm 18 or I'm 81, I'm going to still be that nigga talking shit, telling them, I tell you what, how about I whoop you and your husband ass? I tell you, I'll be that, and that's the nigga I'm going to be. And say some shit or do some shit to my grandkids. I'll come, boy, tell your daddy, I don't have me come over there and fuck him up. I'm going to be that daddy.
And see, what made me really bothered by this was how so many people kept sanctioning it and saying, y'all wrong, like how he did when he said, y'all are weird. Nigga, you a grown-ass man that wants some children to braid your hair. You can't tell me that somebody else is fucking weird when you want
Exactly.
somebody. I wouldn't even want kids just out of my own hair. I wouldn't want no kids with their hand all in it.
Yep.
What have them kids' hands been? Who know the kids sit up there? And y'all, and while y'all talking your shit, this is us just coming out of COVID.
Yep.
While y'all child in this nigga's face breathing on your fucking child. Why would he want several children breathing in his face? And there is no fucking excuse. He gonna be no mentor and you gotta braid his fucking hair? Be a mentor and then I was just being a substitute. See, so you know he young. He ain't that much older than them.
Exactly. He's just not. And it's like with all of the things, and I'm saying it like this. And because I know a lot of people are thinking, well, you don't know him. You don't know what kind of person he is. This is just one thing you've seen. The point is this. All it takes is one moment for your child's life to be changed forever. All it takes is for one opportunity to be given to this dude or any dude, any woman at the wrong time, and their children and that child's life is forever changed. It's like one of the things you used to always say, and I definitely made sure I did the same thing. I don't let my kid go spend the night at somebody else's house. I don't do it because you don't know what's going on in that house when it's time to go to bed. You don't know who comes around that house when it's time to go to bed. Plain and simple.
You don't know
kid.
Let me tell you something. In people's houses, some people go and get the Gatorade or the orange juice or the apple juice or whatever it is and pour a nice glass. You know what some people do with it?
Drink out the bottle.
And put it right in there. Because it's their house and I ain't mad at them. It's your house. So then you done sent your child over there.
Yep.
You done been in your own refrigerator and said, oh shit, this cheese old. What they giving your child?
Yep.
It's too much. And then even in the motherfucking comment section say COVID is over. Nigga, that's not what I said. I said we're coming off of COVID. So I just sat up there and said it's over. You should not at this point want to have anybody up in your face right now. You just shouldn't. Why would you want somebody breathing in your face? It's fucking stranger. And you have children. Why do you want your children doing it? Why do you want your children? Like, y'all trying to make this okay. And what I'm trying to tell you is all it takes is one.
That's it.
It don't take 8 times to rape your child. Just one.
Exactly.
And I don't understand why y'all niggas love pushing the fucking envelope.
And it's
pushing
like
the envelope with other people's children.
Children, yes. And it's like, let's say, and you have it coming from both sides. So yeah, you may have, like you said earlier, you may have that girl that's fast. You may have that girl that got a crush on that man. But then again, you might have that innocent girl that don't know no better, that don't know what it is, and don't realize she's in the fucking lion's den until the cage is locked and she's actually in there with the lion. And now what? Now what? Now what? Now that your little girl who was so trusting, or your son who was so trusting of this teacher or they coach, and they think that it's okay, and they think that it's all right, and it's this and it's that, and then next thing you know, now the real monster has come out, and now your child is crying for their mama, crying for their daddy. It's just like how when you look at the relation between these female basketball and softball coaches, how they dykes, and then you wonder how the girls on the teams are dykes all of a sudden. It's the coach turning them out. Plain and simple. Because we're so quick to be like, oh yeah, y'all can go on this travel team and y'all can go to such and such y'all in Houston for the weekend playing in the tournament. I can't make it because I gotta do hair. So y'all go ahead and go. I know she'll be all right with y'all. Coach Brenda gonna take care of y'all. Yep, Coach Brenda is taking care of them. And she down there after that game is over, what they doing? When they in the hotel, what they doing? And we so quick to think that a woman won't when it's just as easy that a woman will.
And the reason why she's able to do it so much is, like I was saying earlier, the convenience. It is convenient now. It is easy for you to make it to where, oh, y'all don't care and y'all give me access to your children. You don't care what I do, huh? And you gonna give me access to your kid. Cool. And that's what I that's the part that scares me. Somebody right here says, I'm trying to see if I can get it up here. I hate that it doesn't allow me to put their stuff on the screen. Oh crap. That ain't it. Hold on.
And here's my other thing too. When you have an adult that gets familiar with a child like that, then that opens the door for familiar and inappropriate conversations, which then will lead. I don't want my kid asking their coach or asking their favorite teacher about sex. I don't want them asking them about drugs. I don't want them asking them about those things, because it's like, what I teach my kid, I'll teach my kid. I don't want nobody else co-parenting my kid and having those types of conversations, and because they're so familiar with them. Oh, I braid Mr. Williams' hair. Let me ask Mr. Williams, like, Mr. Williams, what was it like dating when you was young? And there you go. How old was you for your first time, Mr. Williams?
Right.
And there you go.
Well, and that's how it starts. Here's what I don't get. Don't they understand that that's what grooming is? Grooming is the cool teacher. Do you know what the up in your side, your neck of the woods? The reason why John Wayne Gacy was able to do all the shit he was doing, because he was the cool guy that had the job.
Yep.
He was the cool guy. He would play the clown at the parties. The old people, oh, you have no problem with him. That's just John Gacy.
Yep.
And to hear these niggas sit up here and act like it's not a big deal. Oh, it's no big deal. He's the cool guy. All of the cool motherfuckers, fuck you.
Exactly.
You ain't seen the non-cool people up here fucking.
Like that that movie with the guy where he ran off with the daughter, and he slept with the daughter, then he turned around and slept with the father, then he turned around and slept with the mother. He fucked damn near the whole family. And it started out with the little girl. Little 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl, all of a sudden now he's off taking the girl to go see horses or something, or going to a horse ranch, and they gone for the weekend. Then he just ran off with it and didn't bring her back. They come back. Do they just lock him up? Nope. He again comes back and he sleeps with the daddy. The daddy sucking him off in the car. Then he come back and now he's sleeping with the mama. The mama's fucking. So he's fucking everybody in the family. Why? Because he the cool guy.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. And then here's the thing I want y'all to do, and don't do it anymore in my comment section over on Rumble. Stop talking about COVID. I made one fucking reference to COVID, and I said we're coming off of COVID. Let me say something to you, whoever your name is, who jump it, or whatever the fuck your name is, because I ain't got time for y'all motherfuckers. I'll block you in a minute, because my cash app ain't went off, so I'll block you in a minute. I don't need your comment. Let me point something out to you. When I say we're coming off of COVID, that means I'm saying COVID is over. You ever heard of coming off of something? Do you know what that fucking means, sir? Like if you was coming off my dick, you're not on it no more. So let me just explain this, or man, whatever it is. So let me just say that. Number two, you're going to keep on talking about something I said in fucking passing and try to tell me COVID wasn't real. COVID is man-made. I don't give a fuck about that, sir. And whether it was man-made or not, buildings are man-made. You're going to do something when a fucking earthquake happens.
Right.
This is stupid. This man-made. My point was, we shouldn't want to be in nobody's face. If nothing else, that should have changed the way we do business with how we interact with complete fucking strangers. I don't give a fuck if you're a fan. If you're a fan, you know I wouldn't want you to sit up there and keep on talking about no motherfucking COVID, nigga. I literally said it in passing. And I don't know how the fuck it became an entire conversation. And if you don't sit up there and understand that what the fuck I said was we're coming off of it, not that it still exists, not that man didn't create it, so just shut the fuck up. And if you were a fan of mine, you'd understand. He don't want us in the comment section talking about one fucking thing over and over again that he said in passing. So if you don't respect that, then you can go somewhere. Did you sit there and I'm looking, I'm like, wow, he just still talking about it. Like he educating motherfuckers. Like, seriously, I'm up here looking like he just educating the shit out of people. They didn't know.
This is my time for a sideshow.
You gotta know what I found out. Fuck, you ain't teaching nobody.
Let's see, he gonna have us playing in his goddamn hair. Shit.
We done brought us some new information. Nobody heard this.
I'm a STEM teacher, and the information that I found out. Hey, we come braid your hair, then you tell us about this shit on your show.
I never knew. What?
Boy, these motherfuckers is crazy, man.
No, the bridge is over, but not COVID.
Man.
So anyway, you're sitting there and it just, and I think this is why I'm so upset about what he's doing in the comment section, because this is a passion of mine.
Yeah.
I had it happen to me as a kid. I've seen it happen to several of my family members. And it's always the motherfuckers y'all thought was cool. Yeah. It ain't nobody ever got it. It was literally the motherfucker y'all thought was cool. Y'all let the wolf right on into the chicken.
And that in itself is one of the biggest problems that we have. And we talk about protecting our children, right? Our children that's our greatest asset, our greatest resource. And here's the thing, just like when I used to tell people as far as like, how to you want to minimize these school shootings and all that kind of stuff, these active shooters in these schools. I said, think about it like this. When you're talking about who has access and how people gain access to your children, that should be like fucking Fort Knox. It should be just like it is. Do you realize we have more protection and it's harder to get to a judge in the court system than it is our children in the school system? Why is that? How is it that when you go to a courthouse, any courthouse, especially in a major city, you got to go through one exit? That one exit has a metal detector. It has several sheriff's deputies that are armed and that are going through. I mean, it's like it's worse than TSA. And you have to go through that metal detector. You got to take off your belt, take all your change out your pocket, your keys, put it in a bucket. You got to put your bag out. You got to open your bag, send your bag through a scanner, got to be x-rayed. And then if you beep, you're going to get wanded, or some random search can occur at any point that you have to subject yourself to. But I can just walk into a school and I see a security officer sitting there with no gun, and I can just go to the office, and that's it. No check, no pat down, no nothing. It's the same thing with these kids in these types of situations. We should be so vigilant to anyone, whether it's a coach, teacher, neighborhood activist, community center, YMCA, CBA, NFL. I don't give a shit. We should be so vigilant when it comes to people that have access to our children, to where they know not to do anything like this, because it's going to be deemed inappropriate and it's going to get you fired. Don't you have no kid come to your house. Don't you go to no restaurant with no kid. Don't you drive no kid nowhere. Just like that kid here back in Chicago, they had a music teacher that was hired as a contractor in the schools, and it turned out that he was not only sleeping with the kids, but he started pimping them out. He started having the kids, sex trafficking the kids in the school. But I tell you, what did they say about him? Oh, all the kids loved him. He was just such a nice guy. He was so cool. He taught the kids music. We don't have music in the schools nowadays in the inner city. So it was such a good program to have our children get taught music. Right. He teaching them music, the sound of music of them bed springs creaking as they trampolining up and down on your daughters. Why would you do something like that? He would drop some of the kids off, and one time he took the kid to his house. But when he got to the house, it was 3 other dudes there. No shit.
Hey. First off, I want to thank David for hitting the Cash App. And second off, I want to say, this idea of it not being a problem, that this man is around these children, that this man is trying to befriend these children. But here's what I look at. The black women who are saying how great it is and how these kids need a man in their life, bitch, you got pregnant by one. And if you really thought, and that's why I don't want to hear black women say this, if you really thought having a man around your children was important, you'd have thought of that before you fucked this guy. You'd have made sure this was a good guy you fucked. And you wouldn't do this thing that I know. So you give, and this is what my problem is in black community. You give an outside man unfettered access to your child while the fucking father got to show up at court all the damn time and beg to see his kid. And if y'all don't see that that's a problem, then fuck you too. Thank you, Jimmy, for hitting that Cash App. Just think about it.
Yep.
These outside niggas can have straight access to your fucking child. And you sitting up there arguing with niggas online about that he should be allowed to do this. But I ain't never seen y'all argue that this man who's your child's father should be allowed to be around him all the time. I ain't never heard y'all bitches argue, well, yeah, fathers should be allowed to go up to the school and read to the students, just like the trannies do.
Yeah, man, come on. Come on.
When me and you try to go up there and try to do something with our fucking kids, what they doing? Well, we can't have one of the parents come because one of the parents come, then all the rest of them want to come.
Yep.
Now we got,
and have them in the classroom around the other kids and their other kids. So I can't be in the classroom with my own kid. And then how many stories have you done, Tommy, where you have the kid, the woman, she done found her a thug on the prison network, and now she don't let the baby daddy come around. The father can't come around unless he got a bag because he ain't paid his child support, so he can't see the kid. But Thug Dick that just got out of jail, she not only has him up in the house, but will leave this kid with this nigga while she go off to work for this nigga. She at work, he's at home, fresh out the pen with this 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. Kid do something he don't like, what he do? What the same thing a lion does to a motherfucking cub that ain't his. Kill him. Punch the kid in the fucking sternum and crack his fucking chest plate and the kid dies. He whips the kid because the kid is crying because the kid peed on himself and the kid wouldn't stop crying after he whoop him, so he shake him or he smother him and then he act like he don't know what the fuck happened. And the mama know good and goddamn well when she got home what the fuck happened. What do? We don't know where little Quavius is. Quavius been missing since when? Rashid. He been missing since 10:30. We don't know where he went. Rashid said he was sleeping. He must have went out that window on the 2nd floor. Bitch, you know good and goddamn well what he did to that boy or to that little girl. Happens all the time. What about the story about the kid who got killed because he ate the man's cake?
Yep.
Why does this man have access to your kids like that? And it's like we do it time and time again. And what do we say when the mama, when we find the mama and she crying and stuff? She just had a hard go at it. She didn't had a hard life. We are always putting our children in the worst situations possible. And then when somebody says something about it, we try to justify it. There's no way. If you're trying to justify this, that lets you know it's wrong in the first goddamn place.
Yeah, and my man Kami, Mr. Shakur said they have IG accounts proving that students lust for their teachers. And I feel that you're saying it, but we shouldn't have to. We know when we were kids. And let me tell you something else. It's so, I had a woman give me a massage today. It's fat bitch, fat lady. She was sent to come give me a massage, so I took the massage. It's fat bitch. My dick got hard. I was ashamed, but it felt great when she was rubbing me. It's intimate. But here's another thing: like you ever sit there and nigga cutting your hair and he done cut your hair and knock you the fuck out. Yeah. I'll be ashamed. This nigga done sit up here and got to rub it in my hand and it felt good and put me to sleep. What do you think? Because your head is one of the most sensitive receptors on you.
Yes. You can soothe yourself by just massaging your temple.
Yes.
You can sit and do this, and that is a way for you to calm yourself, to ease a headache, head pain. You can do that to yourself.
It literally is an erogenous zone as bon.
Yes.
It's an erogenous zone. And then they keep trying to bring up shit that I said a long time ago. I'm not going to back away from it. A lot of these high school girls look better than the bitches you fucking. They got a better shape than the bitches y'all fucking. There is no reason you should find yourself in any type of intimate position with them, period. Why is it that we don't believe in an ounce of prevention? Because that's what it is. It should never happen. He said, check my IG and play the video. Okay, I'll go look over that now. It should not happen. Why are they so willing to push the boundaries? Because that's what you're doing when you're saying, it may look bad to you. You're telling me I should question myself. If you're thinking of this sexual, then you should look at yourself.
Yep.
What? I gotta look at myself, huh?
I can remember clearly when I was in high school, the adult teachers that I knew were fucking the girls and the boys in my school, in high school. Percy L. Julian, class of 1992, right? I knew them. I knew who it was. We knew the coaches that was doing it. We knew the math teachers that was doing it. So when I was covering the R. Kelly shit that was going on, and I was talking about just the overall accountability, and I got to talking about that, I can't tell you how many niggas I went to school with started coming at me because I was talking about the teachers that was fucking the kids when we was kids. It's like, dude, y'all niggas are really gonna sit here and say R. Kelly gonna get what he gonna get, but the basketball, the baseball coaches, the music teachers that y'all knew was fucking our own peers, y'all knew it, y'all was cool with them, and y'all okay with that though. That was in the past. I said, this is why niggas fail. This is exactly why y'all will condone that shit because you was cool with your coach.
And try to shame you for calling it out.
You gonna get mad at me for calling out the shit. Yep.
Hey, the young man in the comment section, my man Kami, says he wants us to listen to this video where it's a video basically showing. Let me make sure I'm trying to talk slow so I can hurry up and fucking find it. It's a video basically showing the students that about the idea of what students do with teachers, that this is an ongoing, old school, always been around, because like I said, I've never thought that we would be arguing that this wasn't a thing, that students wanted to fuck the teachers. Like, I never thought that this would be something that we wouldn't admit everybody had some teacher that they found that they said, and we were too little to be saying it, but we were saying, I get to him. I gonna get that. Yeah, I gonna. Yeah. She fine. I sure will give it a miss. Whatever the fuck.
And take it a step further. We know about the niggas that was in the hood that was fucking the younger girls.
Yep.
We knew about the older women that was in the hood that was fucking the young boys. It is what it is, man. Don't try to act like it don't happen, and then definitely don't try to act like it can't happen.
80s.
And that's the thing.
David Lee Roth, got it made, got it made, got it made. I'm hot for teacher.
It's like, man, come on, man. I don't understand why they do that. 65.
I'd like to know whether girls would like to be in my class. Would you go be in the class with me? Thank you, Mr. Williams. Will you all bear with me just a second? Let me answer this. I'll be right back.
Look at us.
I'm looking at him. It's gonna be a play. You can turn this down.
Look at him.
Look at fixing himself.
Tony, I never saw them. And the eyes are. With all the girls laying. He's young too. He must be at least around 24.
Ooh.
There it is.
Could you just wait a couple of minutes?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Ooh, that flat ass. That was ass longer than leap year, boy.
Holy mackerel.
That boy ready.
He said, holy mackerel.
Wow.
There it is.
I said, wow. Oh my
And
God.
that just lets you know that's 1965. 1965. Imagine what it's like now. You can go.
They put that camera in there, boy.
You can go see your teacher on Instagram.
Ooh.
We was kids. The fine teacher, we had to wonder what she was gonna wear every day. Now you can go look at your teacher's photo album on Instagram. You get access to them after hours, during school, after. You can go see what your teacher is posting on the weekend, what she wearing, where she hanging at.
Oh my God. Man,
You can see all of that.
Never sent me this. For as funny as that is, you gotta ratchet this shit up.
Yes. Yes. That was just an experiment. Now look, imagine what it was for us when we was in school, in elementary school. We ain't even talking about high, just elementary school.
When we couldn't even do nothing to the teacher.
Exactly. We were lucky just to, we saw a teacher or that fine teacher or those fine teachers that wore a low-cut shirt on that day. What we do, we tried to do any and everything we possibly could to have the teacher say something nice to us or even give us a hug. Oh my God.
Yeah, that when they would come and put over your shoulder and try to help
you.
Oh
my, Mister, can you come show me? Can you show me if I'm doing this right?
Oh.
And she come and lean over and be like, yes, And here's my thing. The way she was dressed, she knew what she was doing. This little boy just wanted me to come over and put my cleavage in his face. I ain't got nobody trying to see my cleavage at home, so I might as well. She wants that attention too. And
drive the boys crazy at school. She get to drive them crazy.
It. She loves that attention.
Make her feel pretty. That makes it anybody.
That's it.
I don't care who it is. When my daughter told me she got ready to fight the little girl that was talking about her hand, I felt good that I still got it. Don't mean I do nothing, but it's like being a married person. You're not gonna cheat on your wife or your husband, but it does feel good to have somebody come and try to holler at you at the gas station.
Yeah.
I still got it.
It's just stroking that ego. It's like it's one thing, yeah, your husband can tell you look good all the time. He can tell you beautiful every single day. It's different when that nigga you don't know say it. And don't let it be a nigga that you are attracted to, that you like that say it. Now it's even more special. It's like that's just the natural progression of things. We are biological creatures, and at our very
Yes,
core,
we won't talk about that part.
to be together. That's just what it is.
You're an idiot to believe that somebody grew up and thought, oh, once she turns 18, I'll fuck her, but at 17, I won't. Bullshit. The law is making him not do it. Don't mean he wouldn't want to. Doesn't mean he's not attracted. Like you said, that is a biological response. And that was my point in pointing out this fat bitch. I didn't want this fat bitch, but when she was rubbing all on me, my dick did what it did.
Yep. And that's and it's like, it's a bad thing when we don't acknowledge what we are at our very core. It's a bad thing when we don't put those safeguards in so that those types of things don't happen, even though we know that they're thought about.
We literally,
that's just like how
we literally say right now in the law, and you tell me if I'm wrong, because they used to use it against the women that if they orgasm when being raped, then therefore they weren't raped. And they had to explain to them that is a biological response.
Yep.
So you can't hold that against this woman.
Against them. Yes, absolutely. And then the other thing too, when it comes to just, being in a situation where you can get R-worded, it's like I've said for years, don't ever put yourself, I've told my nieces, I've told young girls that don't ever put yourself in a situation where you are alone with a man that you do not want to sleep with, because you may be in control of yourself, but if he's not, he can overpower you. There's nothing you can do if he wants it and you in his hotel room, you at his house, you in his apartment, you at his office, you anywhere. Don't put yourself in that position because of what he can do. Not to say that he's the worst guy in the world, but you need to carry yourself as though he is. It's just like when I was on the job as a police officer. You the worst. You are fucking Hannibal Lecter that I'm pulling over. He's gonna try to bite my fucking nose off until he shows me different. You the worst criminal ever until you show me different. And that's a safeguard, and that's having that guard up so that those things don't happen. And if they do happen, they won't catch you off guard, because what? I'm already expecting worst case scenario. And I'm going to do everything I can to try to avoid it. I'm going to do everything I can to not encourage it. And I'm not going to put myself in a situation to where it can happen. But if it does, I'm going to be prepared. So if a woman does get raped, it could be a thing. A van pulled up, 6 guys jumped out, put chloroform on my face, and dragged me into the van. 3 guys came and tackled me, drugged me down into an alley. It shouldn't be where, we was at the hotel and we was having drinks at the bar. And then he said he's going to go up and change his shirt before we went out and watched the movie, or before we went to the club. And he just wanted me to come up with him while he changed shirt real quick, because he accidentally spilled some Shirley Temple on his shirt. So I just thought I'd just go up. It'd only be a couple minutes. Yep, and it was only a couple minutes too, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Worst couple minutes of your life.
And it's another thing, like Sassy Girl said, it happens to men and boys too. You know, that's what a lot of gay people do to these boys to confuse them.
Yep.
They will basically have oral sex with the boy, knowing that even though he doesn't want to have that done, his body will react to it naturally. He orgasms or gets turned on from the act.
Yep.
Now you've confused him. He can't
and they'll tell him, you're not gay. You're not gay if you just let me do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I know you're not gay. No, absolutely not. No, you ain't gay because you just letting me do it. So just close your eyes and just let me do it.
It's grooming. All of this is grooming. Stop acting like, and listen, the perfect word for what the girls were doing to him is exactly what he was doing to them. Y'all didn't hear me. He was, the girls were grooming him. And in essence, he was grooming them.
Yep.
I want to point this out, and then I want to play it again for the people who hadn't got a chance to see it, because I know we've got a lot more people here now, and I want them to be able to see what we're talking about, the video, and you make up your own mind. I don't want to push you guys, but I'm going to fight you if you say different now. But I do want to point out something else he said in the video, and Alex was pointing this out, and I want to point it out too. He said he wants your kids because he didn't want none of his own. Did you hear that part?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't strike a chord with you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's watch it again.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator.
You notice they petting his iguana and it's basically like a phallus?
Wow.
Right there by his dick, and he has it sitting right there. And the head up.
Wow.
I'm telling you, when I get through, I'm going to show you all the symbolism here that a lot of y'all didn't catch.
Educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher.
Look how he's so holding it.
Child happy.
Yep.
Someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your
Here's
Honor.
what the comments.
So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate, or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.
Okay, Brian, I'm gonna point out a few things to you.
Yep, go ahead.
Number one, the music. The music says convince you of something. He's trying to disarm you. Number two, he used these terms like they feel safe. He said, my best friends. He said that they can come to him and talk to him about things. Why? He said, I would like to take care of the whole child. Everything that he said, almost every one of these words psychologically will tell you there's more to this than there's not. Because he would have never done this video and he fucking wouldn't have done it that way. What he's done is he knows that these are single mothers who are doing this because he couldn't say these words to people with fathers. Fathers ain't going to hear you sit up there and tell me. And look at the words he was using. They could get on their phones. They could gossip. He's not talking to men. So he doesn't have fathers. Because father ain't going to want to hear that my daughter's, listen what you said. You don't even want to give your daughter a phone yet. So you don't want to hear your daughter being on the phone, and you damn sure don't want to hear somebody encouraging your daughter to gossip.
Yep. Wow. And also the point too, the way that he's talking.
Yep.
These are my children.
He got a pedophile voice.
Yes. These are my children. They come to me and we share. We're in a symbiotic relationship. Sounds like mutual masturbation to me. That's what that shit sounds like. It sounds like we can talk to them about anything, and we're our own community, and we're all in. That's some cult talking shit. It's extremely manipulative. Extremely. You're telling these kids and you're talking to these kids like this is what they're supposed to do. This is how it's supposed to be. And the women are just eating it up because women are sitting there trying to find, we need somebody who can look out for our kids. You basically are always, you women are always looking for somebody to do the fucking job that a father is supposed to do, as opposed to having the man that you have a child with be that person. If you all would pick baby daddies that would be good fathers and husbands, you wouldn't have to have somebody that you got to try to find to fill that void. You pick a ain't shit nigga to have a baby with, then you want to try to find a dad for him. How fucking stupid is that?
My man Billy Go said, I'd be in jail for hurting him, my kid, and my kids' moms too. Yeah, if you on here defending this shit, he should have literally said, my bad. But he didn't. He's not going to do it because most of them don't do it. Because once you get to the point of where you've been able to do this, you are narcissism sets in when you've been able to get away with something. People make you feel good. It's just like all these YouTubers and internet personalities. Narcissism set in when enough people tell you, I'm a fan of yours. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Don't worry about what the haters say. First thing he thought was, don't worry about what the haters say. Right. His brother said, he said, Big L said, teacher polite. If you think about it, remember, all those women wanted Brother Polite because Brother Polite was for the kids. Have Brother Polite around your kids. I love children. I've done a lot of things for children. I'm not going to be around your kid. Your kid's not my kid.
Nope.
As men, as black men, we should understand this isn't something that you should do.
Yes, exactly. I don't ever want to be alone with somebody's kid. I just don't. I just don't. I don't ever want to be in that situation. Even when I was coaching baseball, when we coach baseball, of course, we in the city of Chicago, we in the hood and the wild hundreds, and we would have parents that would be late as fuck picking up their kids. You know who stayed until that kid got picked up? The coaches. The coaches stayed. It wasn't, oh no, I got him, man. I sit in the car, y'all go. Nope. We stayed until that parent came to pick up that kid.
Then what you do, Brian? Hey, well, shit, your parent ain't here. Let's go and shoot some free throws. Let's shoot some more jump shots. Let's work on your
Yep, exactly.
Not sit back in the fucking office.
Get your glove, and I'm gonna hit you some grounders till your mama come.
Yes.
Your granny on the way. Get your glove. I'm gonna throw some pop-ups to you until your granny come. That's exactly what that was.
Put that. You got to stop.
Yes.
Hold it. I'm gonna throw light to you first. Then I'm gonna start throwing a little deep, but you gotta stop being scared of it. I'm gonna teach you how to slide. He don't get you how you go into the bait. We're gonna teach you. I'm gonna throw you some balls out there, and you go out there and try to do some. I'm gonna make you go out and run some good distance. I'm gonna see. That's what you do. Somebody said, run some laps. There's something you're going to do to teach them better. And like you said at the beginning, what'd you say? What'd you say about him? You said you couldn't think of nothing.
You said what? All the shit, right? All the shit to do. This is the best you come up with as a STEM teacher. STEM teacher, you teaching science out of all of the shit. Fuck talking about the Bunsen burner. Fuck talking about making a chemical apple pie. Fuck talking about the fucking periodic table of elements. Nope. Why don't we come and take down my hair, children?
And somebody in your comment section said that shows he had bad time management because whatever interview he had, he didn't know it was there. He didn't know that interview was going to be there.
It's like, come on, man. Shit, I'm telling you, that just listening to that, that's like the third time I done heard it now. I don't get more upset. Yes, it's getting darker and darker as you listen to it. It's just like when you, and think about it, when with these Catholic priests, what were they doing? Altar boy. Oh, you come to the church with me and you'll be here before everybody else gets here, and we'll be here and I'll be teaching you the things to do and I'll be teaching you about God. Meanwhile, you giving the kid
wine. They would even get him in trouble at times. They would say, you have to stay after
you
with
better me. Go and say, yep, that's your punishment. You're going to stay here.
And then do something to him and tell him, well, you know, if you, I'm going to tell your parent you did something wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, you don't want me to tell God now, do you? You want me to forgive you, don't you? I'm the one that's going to give you your Hail Marys. Now, if you don't do this, I'm just saying, you could either let me tell your parents or you can close your eyes for 5 minutes.
I think it literally, I told y'all the story, the girl who stood up there and said that her pastor used to make her look at the picture of Jesus while he was fucking her from behind.
Yep, I remember that.
And just think about how much power you have over a child. Exactly. You know you're going to get in trouble. All the bullshit, I didn't let you get away with it. Mm-hmm. Now you're about to fail the class. You want to not fail?
Yep.
Just let my child be good at your class, motherfucker. That's all we need.
That's all I need you to do is teach science. I don't need you to teach no hair. I don't need you to teach Braid 112. I don't need you to teach hair takedown 107. All I need you to do is teach science and shut the fuck up with your own personal philosophy. That shit kills me. And it's not just, it's teachers all the time. What people don't realize is this about teachers. The large percentage of teachers, especially those that are in elementary school, most of those teachers were your nobodies and your nerds in school. They were not in the cool kid. They didn't get to sit. That boy didn't get no bunch of pussy.
You can look at him and hear him.
Exactly. They didn't get attention. They were not the it kid. They was not the popular kid. They weren't even in the popular group. So now they become teachers, and then they come back to those very same elementary classrooms, and now they are God.
Relive they teach. That's why they grow up. They don't want to be. They don't want to be on the teacher-student level. They want to be on, as they all keep saying, my 100 friend, best
my 100 best friends. My 100 best friends. How does that even sound? My 100 best friends. Who says that?
What if when I met your daughter, when I was in there and you heard me, I see your daughter come run and get in my arms, you know, because me and you cool, and I pick up and I say, there go my best friend. First off, if you saw her run, jump up, and throw her legs around me, you probably slap shit at me. If she came and jump up, did the spider monkey, I hit her. You see, right?
You better
I'm Rudy Gobert, man.
You better hit him with that Iron Man, boy. Fucking Ray better come out your fucking paw.
And he said,
I didn't even write you better hot duking that motherfucker, boy. You hit him with that. Sure, you get tiger uppercut. Like, yeah.
like, what the hell?
Man.
My daughter's 18. You know how we hug now?
Hey.
Once she got titties, we stop hugging like it.
It's like, man, that's the whole, it's the idea of just saying, like, you don't want to do anything that's going to come close to that if you have that integrity and if you are that pure of heart. If you are the man you say you are, you ain't gonna have no videos of something being controversial like that for the sake of controversy.
Yes.
Or you're just literally telling on yourself. It is the cry for help. Just like when people, I was telling people this during that R. Kelly shit. Age ain't nothing but a number. Dude, that lets you know what the fuck is going on in this person's mind. My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. Y'all think that's normal shit? Yes, it sounded great, but that is the cry for help. That is telling you what this person's mind is set,
Yes,
what it's set to.
Yes, you remind me of a Jeep, 13 years old.
Man, man.
You remind me of a Jeep fresh off the assembly line.
I want to put my key in no ignition. It's like I'm a flirt. It's like it was just those things that were consistently coming about that lets you know he's telling on himself. But it's like this, and that was the other part to that. It happened to him when he was so goddamn young. There's no way he could be normal from it. Right. You can't be a normal person when something like that happens to you at 7 years old. You gotta be expecting this motherfucker to be something wrong. This motherfucker gonna be a serial killer, or he gonna be a fucking the Pied Piper of pedophiles or hebophiles or whatever the case. It's gonna be something wrong with a motherfucker
Even the
like
Pied
that.
Piper. What did the Pied Piper do? Do you remember what the Pied Piper did, right?
Came through, played all that music, and brought all the rats with him. Brought them all with him. Yep. It's like you and it's like that's the part that we just want to look at the final outcome and at the bad at all of the shit. It's like you have to see these are the telltale signs of a motherfucker that is on his way if he ain't already doing it. And he's here, whatever has happened to him in his childhood, whatever his mind is, he is mentally making this okay. He's literally creating his own world with your children.
I think you don't know the story of the Pied Piper. It wasn't rats.
It wasn't rats?
Children.
It was the children. You're right. The rats was a cartoon. You're right.
This is the story was from the Grimm Brothers Grimm.
Yes.
He did it to the children. He was pissed. It was children.
Yep, you're right. You are right. And that I just don't see how we're okay with this part and why we would try to justify something like this. Because even if you are going to, let's just say you want to give this person the benefit of the doubt, every benefit of any doubt possible. Why would you think that this thing is okay? Because if you are wrong, look at what he's got his hands on. Look at what he has surrounded himself with.
And that y'all out there fighting for him. And like you said, like, listen, everybody makes mistakes or might have been thinking, I wasn't thinking. But the problem is, after you're hearing anybody have a problem with it, Why are you trying to double down?
Double down on it. Yep.
I want y'all to give me an answer. That you ain't putting my first off. The first video I might have let slide. You ain't re-putting this video up with this soft ass music, your voice.
Right.
Now you're asking the public, is it a problem or is it not?
Yep.
So if the public unanimously says it's not, you still go, what? You still gonna tell us the parents are no problem? Why were you putting this video saying, do y'all see a problem with this?
Mm-hmm.
They had a problem with the joke I did with my daughter. I didn't re-put the video up and say, hey, y'all, let me tell y'all. So, and this is my own fucking child.
With some fucking Bach playing in the background while you're talking like what's the painter dude? What's the
Bob,
damn, what's his name?
Does Bob have a last name or is it just Bob?
No, it's Bob. It's fuck. Somebody in the chat's gonna get it. Bob Ross. Like you fucking Bob Ross. Yeah, like you fucking Bob. Yeah, we just gonna paint some trees over here. We're gonna add a few clouds. You know, clouds are so nice. They just make you feel so comfortable. They're like pillows in heaven. And you can just lay your head on them as we paint them. What do you think this man, for him to try to set the stage like that, he's setting
Who
the
else
tone.
talks like that to children? The other guy, Mr. Robinson?
Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers, yeah. Mr. Robinson, I'm sorry, that's Eddie Murphy on set.
Yeah, Mr. Robinson. Hello, children. Today's word is eviction. Can you say eviction, boys and girls? Shout out to the fucking GOAT. But yeah, it's like, dude, it's like for someone to it's just like, that's why I said, man, you pointing that shit out. He's setting the atmosphere. That's ambiance. That's setting the mood. It's just like when we would have parties at our house. What was the end goal? We want to get to the point to where our parents would leave us downstairs and we want some slow jams to come on. And if all the lights could just get turned off for a few minutes, or one little corner could just be dark for 2 or 3 songs, what was we trying to do? Yep.
All those guys, and we're not saying they were bad guys. What we're saying is they used their cadence and their softness of voice to speak to children.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hi, neighbor. I really like being your neighbor. And I think that being friends is just the best thing ever. Friends can help each other. Friends take care of each other. It's like, dude, when you're talking like that, that's exactly what you're doing. You are setting the scene. You're setting up the scene. You're setting the stage. You are creating an atmosphere to where anybody would have their guard down. That's exactly why, as opposed to him going live and going the fuck off, saying, "I dare you motherfuckers try to say I'm doing this and doing that." Nope. I'm going to replay the video. I'm going to put on some nice soft piano music. Why? Because it's non-threatening. And I'm going to indirectly justify what I'm doing just by talking about it in a nice soft voice.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Lasher Gaming said, I remember we fucked so many teachers and other lame niggas mamas in the 90s in Chicago. It was crazy. When I look back, I regret it, but at the same time, it was grown women giving us pussy at 11 and 12. Yeah, and see, we never really talk about it. And I know that's another thing he said in the video. Had it been the other sex, it'd be different. Nigga, you a grown-ass man. Grown-ass men understand that there's a difference between men and women, and we ain't gonna sit up there and try to tell them, oh, well, if women can do it, then we can do it too. If Carl can do it, so can I. No, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna say, wait a minute. I am a man, and I am a black man, and I like my job. And when he said, I take care of the whole child, no, you don't. Because the whole child has got different people at their home that take care of that child, which is, that's why they say village. So you don't need to, what you are is either the coach. Not sure if they come to you, but here's what you should do also as a coach. And I'm sure you know this as a coach. You come to me with something private, I'm going to go to your parents with it.
Absolutely.
Because if it's something I think that they should know, they really should it. What real secrets are you and I having?
Yep.
Seriously, what real secrets are you and I having?
That's
And if
it
I
now.
teach
It's
your child the whole secrets,
yep. There you go. And if I said, well, here's that excuse. Well, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to break the child's trust and then him or her not talk to anybody. The fact that I felt that she trusted me or he trusted me, I didn't want to betray that trust and lose the connection with the kid. Bullshit. It's my job as the parent to do just that. Parent. Don't you hold shit back from me about my kid. And that's exactly what happens. Like I said, when you talk about these female coaches coaching the all-girls basketball team, the all-girl baseball team, all the all-girl softball team, when they sitting up in them little rooms after practice, when they in them hotel rooms because they traveling for the weekend, they sitting up in there with your girls and they're talking about what? The game, the players, yup, from about 6 to 7. But when you look in the wee hours of the morning, what they talking about? They're talking about sex. They talking about boys. They talking about their first time. They talking about their last time. And it's like another thing about those teachers that were not the popular ones. They want to come back and they want to talk about their experience in life and how it was for them. And they want to vent and have therapy with a bunch of fucking kids. 5th graders, 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, because they figure that's what I was going through too. And now I'm confused. And so I want to make sure that the kids are good. And I'm going to tell them how I feel about things. That's exactly what they were doing. As opposed to going to get therapy for themselves, they want to have a therapy session with a bunch of kids in a classroom. And it's inappropriate.
and I'm really just completely disgusted at the amount of people who back him.
Yep.
Because y'all are fucking adults. There needs to be something put into these schools. And let me tell you something. This is why I believe that a lot of this pedophilia stuff is sanctioned. Why aren't you telling your teachers? Put your fucking phone down. They know what the studies show about how these phones are rotting the kids' minds. Why is your teacher filming someone else's student at all?
At all.
You didn't put out videos of other people's fucking kids. When I did my movie, I couldn't even do the movie without the consent of the people whose kids was seeing it.
Yes.
So how are you gonna sit up here and get money off TikTok off my child?
Yep. Every year, the school we have to either accept or decline or sign a waiver that says, hey, we want to be able to put pictures up that we take of our children doing activities and stuff on our website. We got to consent for that and say either yay or nay. It's like you don't want, and that's the thing too. It's like just granting that access to kids like that. I don't want one bad person to get it, man or woman. I don't want them to have access. So that's why we need to be extra vigilant. Just like in the movie Sound of Freedom. That man let a woman take his children to go be models. Oh, your kids are so cute. I believe that they could be models. Here's my model agency card. We just want to get some headshots. It's all free. We'll just take some headshots of the kids. You can go have lunch. We'll be done in an hour. And when you come back, you can pick up the kids and then we'll shop them. And we won't charge anything unless they get a job. Then we'll talk about money and all that kind of stuff. But we just first want to get some headshots. And that man was so wrapped up in his kid having that opportunity that he let his guard down and let that woman take his kids. And then he went back to pick his kids up and everything was gone. Not just the kids, everything that they had set up in that whole office was gone. And your kids were literally abused because what? You let them be alone with an adult that you didn't know and that was not had no proof whatsoever what this woman does. Couldn't find her if your ass wanted to. Why would you put your kid in a situation like that? As much talent as my kid has, my kid she can sing, she loves to dance, all of that. And we entertained. Man, you think she could? I think my daughter can sing her ass off. She has perfect pitch. I said, but honey, the only way that we could do it is one of us gotta quit, and it's gonna have to be me. Because I'll shoot one of these motherfucking producers. No problem. They ain't gonna be alone with my kid. Yup, I'm the manager, dad, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm that nigga that won't leave his kid. That's who I am. You want to be one of those dads that's gonna be? Nope. I'm the nigga that won't leave his kid with your ass.
Right.
That's who I am. When you look at that documentary, that movie that the Feldmans, not the Feldmans, but the Coreys did. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. And they were just talking about how them motherfuckers started out with a manager, and the manager's like, well, he got to come out to LA. He's definitely going to get this part. He'll stay with me. I'll be with him 24/7. I have a cell phone. You can call him and all that stuff. Next thing you know, we're at this house at a mansion, and we're out by the pool. Everybody's having a good time. Hey, why don't you just come and let me give you a back massage? You look like you're a little tense. You got to be relaxed for you got your big debut coming up. We're going to have this audition. You're going to be on fucking Nickelodeon. You're going to be a star. We're talking plenty of money and all that good stuff. This kid's going to have the time of his life. But you should just let me give you a back massage first so I can, you can be loose for the audition. Better yet, why don't you let my buddy give you a back massage? Better yet, why don't you guys just go and rehearse your lines in that little room over there? And that's how it started. Next thing you know, your fucking 11, 12, 13-year-old kid is alone in a room with some man he don't know. And then you're shocked at the fact he got fucked. You're shocked at the fact that he was forced to let a man suck him off, because that's how it starts. Next thing you know, he getting his fucking stomach pumped from swallowing too much semen. And we're talking about how did that happen? Next thing you know, he's fucking strung out on drugs because why? They started out giving him a little drink. Then they let him do a little weed. Then they let him try a little coke. This will take the edge off. You'll have fun. It'll be a great time. We're all here. We're all friends.
Oh, they give him the drugs to do that. They did it to what is it? All of them said. I just remember when what's his name said he was driving and high as shit at 12 years old. What is the one?
Tevin Campbell.
Yeah, driving and high at 12. You got to do me a huge favor, misogynist. Anybody who's in my Rumble chat room, I will not ask you again. If I see you talking about something else, and I don't give a fuck about how old somebody is pregnant. If I see y'all talking about anything else that I'm not talking about and you ain't hit that cash app, you know what's happening? I'm kicking you the fuck out. Because I don't know who any of you guys are. This misogynist, I've never seen that person's name. Any of y'all people coming in here talking about stupid shit like this, you know what I'm going to do? Block you. So do it again. Misogynist or anybody else. Talk about something else that I'm not talking about. So anybody who heard me, y'all let me know if y'all heard me by putting a 1 up. So I'll know it from that point in time. Y'all have already heard me. So if he says something or any of them say anything about anything else, and not arguing with people about if 30 and 35 is too old for a woman to be having kids and stupid shit like that. I don't know you, nigga. Whoever the fuck you are, shut the fuck up and talk about what we're talking about, please. My cash app don't be ringing. So whatever the fuck you want to talk about, you can go make your own damn show. Please get the fuck out of mine. That's all I'm asking. Get the fuck out of mine. I'm sick and tired of sitting up here, and every time you go around, these motherfuckers trying to make their own little groups of something.
Yep.
I want to be the person they're talking about. Get the fuck out. I don't know you. All right, but like this conversation pisses me off so much is because we just aren't taking these kids seriously at all. We're not taking what happens to them seriously. We are the first line of defense to them. And it seems like you said, we give it away. We're ready to give it away.
Yep.
Anybody can have access to our children. We'll send them off.
Yep. Whether it's I don't want to be bothered or there's an opportunity for me to get a bag off of my kid's back.
Mm-hmm.
And if your kid got talent, your kid can do this, your kid can do that. If you really that confident in your kid, then you would drop all your shit and you would just bet on your kid and go and be there every step of the way. That's just like that dude, those parents that sent they 16 or 17-year-old daughter off to go make an album with R. Kelly in Florida.
Hey,
why? Well, he said my daughter had talent. She can get a deal. Okay, if that's the case, why can't you be there? If that's the case, why won't you go there? Why would you send your child, man, woman, boy, or girl, off with another adult to go and do fill in the fucking blank? Why? Right, just like exactly. Usher mama should be ashamed of herself for what the fuck she did, letting fucking P. Diddy and fucking Andre Harrell talk her in to sending her son at fucking 13 to Flavor Camp. What the fuck is that? Flavor Camp? Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, why would you do that? You gonna send your kid to go be with this grown-ass man for what? So he can help him be a better artist? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be there just like call me Bobby Brown, motherfucker. Because every little step he take, I'm gonna be there. And if anything else is different than that, fuck you and fuck your album, fuck your contacts, fuck your label, fuck your production company, fuck all your distribution deal, fuck it all. Because my kid sanity, my kids' safety, my kids' fucking sexual blueprint will not be written by you fucking perverts who are actually trying to get my kid alone. And any motherfucker that tells you that, I don't give a fuck if it's Clive Davis or if it's fucking Harvey Weinstein or if it's Diddy, anybody that wants to be alone with your kid, they ain't shit. And if you don't say nothing about it, and if you don't call them out for it, then you ain't shit neither. I wish a motherfucker would tell me my kid got this talent and my kid can do this. And all I need, if your kid can come be 2 weeks down in Vegas or 2 weeks over in California, I'm like, you're a fucking pedophile. Why would you say something like, why are you trying to be alone with my kid? You don't want me to be there for the ride.
Let's see if I can show you something. All right. This is his latest post. Oh no, this is I guess he probably pinned that. I'm wrong. He's probably one that's pinned. But let's look at it. It says we're relationship building. He's sitting there saying, it says when your 21 besties are filling you in and all the juicy tea, an admin walks in. So I guess he's sitting up there pretending that he's listening to the kids about the tea, and then when the admin come in, he jump up. Let me show it. He jumps up and pretend to be writing. Jumps up and pretends to be doing the work. So let's look at it two ways. And that's what it's. He said your 21 besties are filling you in on the tea. He ain't talking to no men talking like that. 21 besties.
Exactly.
Let's see what it says.
All the juicy tea, and admin walks in. Look at this shit. And y'all think that's okay?
Think about it. But look at the comments. So he's letting you know. Think about what he just did. He let you know that they do shit.
Yep.
That he doesn't want other people to see.
People to know. Exactly. Because if it was on the up and up, you'd be glad. Oh, Principal such and such just walked in. Let's fill him in on what we're doing, guys. And look at these bitches. This is exactly how.
That's what I was going with it. Nothing but grown women on this man's thing. Nothing but women. Nothing but grown women.
Wow. Unbelievable. Somebody said something. I hope they don't follow you.
Laughing.
Oh, laughing. There you go. Joking. Taking the shit a game.
It's a joke. Too real.
Too real. Ha ha ha. LOLs all the way down. LOLs all the way down.
You make being a
teacher look fun. I remember those days. Trapping is my hobby.
Look at
There
this
it
shit.
is. It's the hand in the pocket for me.
It's just so this is nothing but women.
Yep.
It is nothing but women, bro, that's up there watching this man and laughing as this man tells you, I sit up there and get the tea and the juicy tea, and then the admin walks in. And this is funny. Where would I find that funny?
That's funny.
Why would the school find that funny? That he's telling you,
Yep.
I talk inappropriately to the kids, but when you walk in, I don't want you to see me talking inappropriately to them, so I pretend we're working.
And here's the kicker. I know some of them comments are coming from the parents that he says that's on his social media already that's condoning the shit. So y'all know what this man is doing with y'all kids, and y'all ain't only allowing it, y'all going right back on social media and reinforcing it. Yeah, keep doing it. Keep going. Yep, that's great. Why would you want your teacher? Why would you want the teacher that your kid? Why would you want a teacher talking about something that's obviously so inappropriate that he has to fake like he's teaching something else when that admin person walks in? Dean of students, principal, assistant principal, whatever the case may be, fellow teacher, whatever the case may be. Why would that be? Explain how that's okay as a parent. Explain how that's all right. You don't want your kid to be talking about anything in a classroom that would be inappropriate around another adult, especially if it's an adult facilitating the conversation.
Read that comment. Top him.
Do his babies read the comments? Do we gotta keep it PG? Wow.
These hoes is sick. What? Again, that's not somebody that has one. Apparently doesn't have a student in there, but just came by because he fine or whatever the fuck he is. And you ask, as this grown ass woman, while he's talking about being in the class, do we have to keep it PG?
PG.
You nasty bitch.
Yep.
What is the purpose of you not keeping it PG, ma'am?
PG. Why wouldn't you want it to be something that is PG? Why would you want to take it there with kids?
You could say this in his DM. Why do you need to say it publicly? Do we have? Because I just want to say something out of line to him.
Yep. And that's the whole thing. It's like we want to expose our kids to the fuck shit as early as possible. That's why you see videos of these little girls at 5 years old with weave down to their fucking knees twerking. Because it's cute.
The little girls in his video had on makeup and lipstick.
Yep.
In the video where they was doing his hair.
Yep. It's cute. And then when the girl, what happens when she's pregnant at 14? She just got to step up and just be, she got to put her big girl panties on now. She got to step up and be a mama.
Yeah, but why would they even act like it's not sexual when they know kids are having sex at that age?
Why would that? Why would you even want your kid in that situation? Why would you even think it's okay? And then here's the other part. You're a fucking adult. Why would you feel okay with somebody else's kid being in that situation?
When the motherfucking admin come around, I jump out. Like, and then nobody even pointed that out. And I just saw it on the video, but nobody else pointed out. You can't tell me it's not inappropriate and then have that video on your channel.
Yep.
You can't.
Yep.
You can't say the one was. You can't say the one was inappropriate when you got that on your channel.
It ain't innocent.
Or yeah, it ain't innocent.
No shape, form, or fashion. No way. The fact that some other adult or somebody else can walk into a classroom and you have to change the subject, that lets you know it's inappropriate. It lets you know it's inappropriate. It lets you know that he's with the bullshit. He is literally okay with leading your kids, guiding your kids, and manipulating your kids to doing shit and having a behavior of doing things that is not in their best interest.
And you can't tell me, oh, it was just a joke. A joke to who? It was a joke that shouldn't have been performed, sir.
Exactly. Exactly. And here's my thing. This is America, right? God damn it, land of the free, home of the fucking brave. First Amendment like a motherfucker. You want to have that type of environment? Take your punk ass to college. Go be a fucking professor.
Thank you.
Go and you be a fucking professor when you're having those kinds of conversations. You got grown ass motherfucking students doing your hair. Do it in a fucking college where you got adults up there. You got adults doing. Go do it there as opposed to doing it in an elementary. Go where the adults are. Take your ass and go be a fucking professor at a college and go do it there if that's what you want to do. Don't do it around my kids.
Well, I'm gonna let you answer this, Brian. See what you have to say to this comment. I'll let you answer it, or see what your opinion is on this comment, because they had a question. They want to know if it makes any sense to you. Hold on a second. I hate this. There you go. Let's see if you can you see it.
No, I'm not defending him. I'm just looking for his angle. Sometimes the obvious ain't so obvious if it makes sense.
So this person been saying that since the beginning, they've been saying they didn't see anything wrong with it. It's been overblown. So if you're not,
how can it be okay to discuss anything that is inappropriate in context, out of context, whatever the case? How can any of that be an appropriate thing to discuss around a child? Why would you subject here's the thing, man, and I've said this, and I stole this from Dr. Phil years ago. You don't put children in adult situations, and you don't let children make adult decisions. So if anything you talking about, you're trying to justify, trying to see the other side, if it's an adult situation, and if it's a child making an adult decision, you don't do it. I don't want my kid massaging a grown person. I don't want my kid playing in an adult's hair, rubbing an adult's back, rubbing an adult's foot. I don't give a fuck if the adult just fell down a flight of fucking stairs. Call a goddamn ambulance. Don't go and help that motherfucking rub that motherfucking knee that they felt that they bumped. Nope. You're not gonna get your fucking healing badge or your massaging badge from fucking the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts doing it with this grown ass motherfucker. I don't want my kid doing shit that an adult would do to another adult. Period. Don't do it.
Keep your hands. Give me no lie. Keep your hands to yourself. Just keep your hands to yourself. Leave my student alone.
Take
your camera off my child.
And the thing is, there are plenty of adults that would do this. That man could literally have
the other teachers do it during the teachers' lounge.
I was just about that man could literally have went to the fucking teachers' lounge, had some teachers come over to his house or his apartment for some wine and tea, and they can sit and gossip and do all of that shit. So to the person that's trying to like see it from a different angle, if you really want to make it justified for this person, ask the question, why ain't he doing this with adults? Why ain't he getting the tea with some adults? Hey. Why isn't he going to have some adults take his hair down, play in his hair, touch his fucking iguana, talk to him while he's motherfucking eating a fucking orange, and he got 4 of his female teachers doing his fucking hair? Why can't he do that? Them bitches ain't got no man at the school. Half the teachers that's in a school are single, and they not married. So why wouldn't you have them do that?
Brian, I got more questions for you. What do you think about this one?
I am kind of leaning.
I think they meant leaning.
I'm kind of leaning towards he's gay and he puts the girls on camera to throw you off the fact that he be touching boys. That may be true, but the thing is, you're teaching those girls how to be familiar with men, because that man that do want to fuck those girls, he'll do the same thing. Hey, hey, baby girl, you mind taking my hair down for $20? Oh yeah, I do my teacher's hair all the time. I take my teacher's hair down. Or how about this? The man who's gonna be over at one of those girls' mama's house, and he got braids, he got cornrows, and that little young girl see that man, and what she gonna say? You know, Jarquise, if you ever want me to take your hair down, I'll take it down for you. I do it to my teacher all the time. He's normalizing the shit.
Can we just stop there, Brian, on that part? Say you get a divorce, but you love your kids, and you go by to pick them up from your ex-wife's house. And the new nigga she with got his head between your daughter's legs, and she taking his hair down.
Leaning back, smoking a joint or smoking a blunt while he listening to some Pop Smoke, and she taking his head down.
Because we've already been told, hey, he's a mentor. He's a good guy, so there's nothing wrong with this.
What you getting all worked up for? She do this with her teacher all the time. You ain't saying nothing when he was doing it to her teacher. She was taking her teacher down on Instagram last week. Why you tripping?
Yep. Can't say nothing now.
What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? It's like I can even tell you this. My wife and I discussed this, years ago, when we first had my daughter, and we agreed, if for some unforeseen reason the planets align or there's just a situation where one of us die or something, we will not have another man or another woman around our children. I don't play that shit. I just don't, because I know niggas, I know men, and I know women. I don't want my kid in a situation like that with another adult. I just don't. And I'm not saying every motherfucker's the worst motherfucker, but I sure don't want to give an opportunity to the worst. I don't want to miss the one, because I'm giving these motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Not with mine. Like the analogy you always talk about with the snakes. Every nigga's a snake to me.
Mm-hmm. No, they all every one of them venomous.
Yes, every last one of them. I'm treating them like you a fucking king cobra, black mamba, boa constrictor, whatever the fuck the worst snake is. That's what I'm thinking all you motherfuckers are. And I should do that. Because the risk and the one time that I don't, what's at stake? My son or my daughter being destroyed because some fucking pervert wants to do what he does or what was done to him. Not on my watch. I'll kill him and you, and I'll be in jail, and my mama be raising her. Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
I forgot there was one more thing I wanted to show you. Brian, take a look at this.
School teacher has gone viral for letting his female students braid his hair while class was in session. Now, while some people are saying this was super inappropriate, others are saying, I don't see.
Look at the voice she used to say, I want y'all to understand. Yeah, I was about to say, you already know what she on.
Yep.
And I hate when people lead like this. She's telling you how you should feel, and she's telling you if you're black, you shouldn't have a problem. Some people are saying, if it's super inappropriate, and then went back to the other one. And some people saying, girl, this ain't no problem. She's literally saying, white people saw this and thought, why is this happening? Black people saw it and thought, this ain't no big deal. But let's finish. Yep. I don't want to say if that's how she gonna go. Maybe she gonna fool me and go a different way. Let's see.
What the big deal is. The middle school teacher came out and said, if I was a female teacher, this wouldn't have been a problem. So how do we feel about this?
I don't see what's wrong with it.
Me neither.
There it is.
Let me tell you something. I went to school in the hood.
Okay.
Let me tell you. That's extra credit.
I hate these half-breeds. First off, let me tell you something. I went to school in the hood. And then the other
one. I can't even fucking smack her lips.
Yeah, that stupid thing. What the fuck? Listen to this.
With it.
Me neither.
Because let me tell you something. I went to school in the hood.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Period.
Okay. That's extra credit.
That's
okay. That's community service. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Period.
You use your skills, baby, because some of them girls gonna become hairstylists. Because why were y'all prepped? I saw 3 rat tail combs.
I'm done.
And 2 edge brush.
They knew what they was coming to school to do.
He knew what.
No, but them kids do go to school with edge brushes, all of that,
And he
extra
knew
mascara,
that, and
lashes.
he used that as an opportunity. That man was not looking at them no way. He was very much.
He was trying to save his coins.
Yeah, he was trying to get not 2 birds out with 1 stone.
So what are the people saying? Like he's perverted or something?
Yeah,
Like
they're
for having
saying
the
that
kids
it's
take his
inappropriate. They're sexualizing it, all of those things. But what's so crazy to me, I really don't see like the big issue with it.
That's what these black bitches do. That's what they do. And here's my thing. Because I can see all them bitches wear weave and shit, and they put them fucking lace fronts in.
Thank you.
Ask any woman who gets her hair done like that, what's the best part about getting her hair done? And I guarantee you, every last one of them bitches are gonna say, when I'm getting my hair washed, especially by a man, when he's washing my hair, ooh, girl, it feels so good. Ooh, girl, I be getting wet sometimes when he do. Ain't nothing like having a man washing your hair, playing in your hair, or whatever, fill in the blank with your hair. And that's before they put that fucking shit on top of their head. Now, here's the other part to that. Why would it, if you want them rat tail combs, I guarantee you that nigga bought that shit. But my thing is this. Why wouldn't you send your girl, your daughter, or your son, whatever the fuck? It's called cosmetology school, bitch. That's what the fuck it's called. Not I'm in science and I'm doing hair.
Thank you.
Not I'm at math and I'm doing hair. Not I'm at gym and I'm doing hair. It's called cosmetology school, bitch. Let them girls go and they want to do hair and get their coins. Then let them go to fucking cosmetology school and go and do it the right fucking way. Niggas always trying to cut some fucking corners and always trying to do shit the fucking hood way. Always trying to do it the cheap way. Always trying to get over some kind of way. Let them go and let them go to cosmetology school if they want to do that. They want to learn about edge control. They want to learn about rat tail combs and all that shit. Yeah, they can play in their hair, in each other's hair and shit like that. But if they really want to do hair, these are cosmetologists. These are going to be future hairstylists. Yeah, then let them go and do it the right fucking way. Because I guess if this nigga was a fucking heroin addict and the kids, he wanted the kids to fucking tie him off, well, these are going to be future lobotomists. They need to know how to find a vein. They need to know how to use a syringe. They need to know how to do that, girl. It's okay if he letting them tie him off. He ain't letting them inject the heroin in them. He's just doing it after they leave.
Brian, go. You got
What'd
two
you
of
say?
them.
Ask them if this was their man with his homegirls playing in his hair.
Exactly. It kills all their innocent argument right there.
Exactly. She said, bro, why did he have time to buy that many combs but didn't have time to take his own hair down? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He knew what he was doing. I'm gonna have these girls doing this shit. And he's like this. He took his punk ass to Sally's, the goddamn beauty supply store, and he brought a pack of rat tail combs. He went and got the brush. He got the shit, the bands, the rubber bands, and all that shit to tie the hair off. He went and did that shit, and he has that shit on hand because that's what he wants to do. That's just what it is. And my thing is this, nigga, if that's what you want to do, go take your ass to cosmetology school and teach your kids how to fucking do hair then. I don't want you doing that shit with my kid at all. Period. I want my kid to learn school, to go to school to learn subjects, not to learn how to do your fucking hair, nigga.
But none of them should want it either. That's the confluctuating part. It's such a confluctuating situation where you're sitting up here. Like my daughter would say, he's just confuzzled. Just why would you say there's no problem with this. Y'all looking at it wrong. We shouldn't have seen it at all. It shouldn't exist.
Exactly.
Therefore,
That
we
black
wouldn't
bitch
have a
said
problem.
that shit was extra credit. The fuck you mean it's extra credit?
These
Yeah,
are
I
the
mean,
bitches
you
let
do you
out
want your
get
kid
rich.
getting extra credit by doing her fucking teacher's hair? What if this nigga wants his pubes shaved? Yeah, I guess that's okay too, huh? Oh, girl, she was learning how to wax. You know, you can make a lot of money being one of them what they call them shits, estheticians or whatever. Like that woman who had that her daughter at 4 years old teaching her how to fucking take hair off of fucking grown ass women. The fuck kind of shit is that?
Yeah, I think what the other one had the little girl doing the nails and shit.
Yes. Why would you have your kid doing that kind of stuff? 4 years old, waxing grown ass women and they stinking
waxing their pubes.
nappy ass pussy. Really?
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah, when she was waxing their pubes. Yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh.
You taking your 4-year-old daughter, talking about, well, all of the money that she's making is going into an account for her. Why would you want to have your daughter around some other bitch's vagina? How do you justify that? That's what you want your kid to be? My daughter just went to school and did a fucking report for her end of year project thing about what she's gonna be. You know what her project was? Being a fucking surgeon. You know why? Because I've been telling her she's gonna be a fucking doctor since she was fucking 4. That's why. And now she's fucking 10, about to be 11 in fucking 12 days. She has it already in her mind. And if she don't turn out to be, she done shot for the fucking stars. And if she land on the moon, I'm fine with that too. But I'm not gonna have her grow up to be a fucking waxer or a fucking cosmetologist. That shit is ridiculous that we have such low expectations for our children. If they ain't fucking shooting a basketball, running a football, or fucking rapping or singing or fucking twerking on some shit, that's all we got. Because everybody else is doing some real shit like being an engineer or being a fucking scientist. That's lame shit. This dude is a fucking science teacher. Why wouldn't you have those kids learning how to be chemists?
Doing some science project. Like literally, one of the great things he could have done, because kids love that shit. He could have done that whole, you know, where they show you, let me show you what happened when you do one of these weird ass, put one of these weird things in there and watch it explode and shit like that. He could have done that. The kids would have loved that shit.
Hey, you can't say he didn't know no better. He's a fucking science teacher. Hello? Your lesson ended early. You got some extra time in your hands. Then why don't you teach them something else that's going to enrich their fucking minds and educate them so that they can be a chemist? In science.
In science, you literally would just sit up there and just say to them, hey, science-wise, I got something crazy for y'all to do. And kids love science shit. Even if they're not do it, they love weird science shit. And they could. And let me say what Lasher said Tommy and Brian and playing Vampire Survivors and taking tequila shots. Nice Friday night. Enjoy yourself. But yeah, there is no reason why you couldn't have made this a continuation of education.
It's like,
not a continuation of them doing your hair.
It's like, and here's case in point. My white architectural drafting teacher, I took to architecture drafting. I got exposed to it in like my sophomore year in high school, and I took to it like a fish to water, to the point to where my projects, and it was a few of us that we really excelled at it. You know what my drafting teacher did? He found other jobs for us to do. He gave us harder jobs to do. We got harder assignments. And as we were knocking those out of the park, he had one of his friends who was a a contractor. He had that guy pay us to do a fucking project to where we did some drafting plans for him. We did it for him after we finished our classroom work because we were so good and so fast at it. Yep. That's what we got to do in class Hey, look, we working on this project and we're gonna do this drafting project, and we got fucking paid to do that. We didn't go to his house. We weren't at the other guy's house. He didn't come after hours up at school. We weren't in the classroom by ourselves, and we in there talking about the tea of the school. No, he enhanced our fucking abilities by giving us harder tasks and teaching us other things to where we were on a whole different level, to the point to where we became tutors in the fucking school. And that's how the fuck I got my second real job. I was that good.
I just still can't. I'm sorry. I can't understand the science guy getting the support from all of these women. Somebody got to explain to me how these are the same women going around steadily calling black men and men in general pedophiles over and over again. You love calling men who are not doing anything to children. You're a pedo. You're a pedo. You're a pedo.
Yes.
You're a pedo. But this guy has access to children and you don't question it?
Unbelievable.
You just don't question it.
And the thing too, because I know that the women that are watching this, that were participating with this shit and condoning this shit, in their minds they're thinking, he gay though, so why do it matter? It matters because he's teaching them something to do with men who ain't gay. He's teaching them to do things and to be familiar with adults, and they are children. That's the problem with this thing. It don't matter if he gay or if he's straight, if he's trying to fuck him or if he's not. He's putting the wrong idea in these children's head. Just like that guy at fucking at the Michigan State, the fucking gymnastics teacher.
Larry
yes.
Nassar.
Best fucking gymnastics coach in the land, right?
In history.
Right? Teaching champions, right? Right? What did you do? You let your kids be alone with the motherfucker. What did he do?
Backs out.
Fucking them. He's fucking them. All the while, your kid, she gonna be in the Olympics. Yup, she sure is. And she won't be a virgin when she hits that fucking beam. She won't be a virgin when she hits those fucking rings. She won't be a virgin when she does her freestyle dance. Why? Because you want her to be in the Olympics so bad that you're willing to sacrifice her fucking virginity and her fucking sexual blueprint because of it.
And her mind. Because you see how some of them girls, what was it?
Yes.
Dropped out of school. Some of them hadn't been like, you done fucked their life up. Thank you to
Yes.
Sam threw $50 at me and he said he deployed, but it made my day that we read his comment. So I appreciate that. But I'm with you on that. Just that whole idea of they keep making excuses for the predator. They keep making excuses to open the door for the predator. Why are we not sitting up there saying you're making the excuses for the predator to have access to the prey? We're not saying that every man's a bad guy. We're saying, why do you want to make it easier for a bad guy? Yes. If I'm a bad guy and I see, let's say this, Brian, and I'm going to ask you this. I'm the bad guy, not the teacher. Him. I am. If I see how y'all are defending him and I'm the one that want access to him because I want to fuck him, what route do you think I'm going to start taking when I see y'all defending him?
Yep. Do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to co-sign it. Yep. I'm going to tell them girls.
I'm just a cool teacher and I'm just
Yep. And here's the real kicker. What about the next cool ass teacher that come along that's throwing money their way? That got money. What about the next cool ass teacher that's, I just volunteer up at the school to help mentor the kids. Oh yeah, I'm about all the kids pizza. We're going to go out and we're going to, just to really show these kids something more to life. We'll take them downtown and let them go to a nice restaurant. Yeah, don't worry. I'll take the kids out. We'll have a good time. I just want to give back to the community by, just taking some of my resources. I'm in the real estate, but, I just want to do something where I can give back to the kids and show them a different way and show them, it's other men that's in the community that's willing to mentor them. Y'all can come pick them up from my house tonight.
Like your pedophile boys.
These motherfuckers, man. Yeah. Y'all can do that. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I know you working. Yeah, you go ahead. You keep. Yeah, I know you got to work, mom. I got you. I know I was. My mama was a C. Yeah, exactly.
He's a pedophile slash pimp slash preacher. He gets the 3 P's. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you working, mom. I know how it is. My mama was a single mama too. I know, and that's why I want to be here to help support y'all, because it takes a village. We got to raise these kids together.
Yes.
So I tell you, what y'all do, yes. So on Friday, I'm going to pick them up right after school. We're going to go down, we're going to have some pizza, and then we'll go to American Girl. I'll let the girls pick out some dolls or something. Yeah, and y'all just come pick them up whenever. You know, they all be together. We all be together, so it ain't gonna be no crazy stuff like that. Y'all come pick them up. Let me know when y'all gonna be on y'all way, and we good.
Got them.
Meanwhile, all the girls, that's it. Meanwhile, all the girls back at my cold ass lakefront apartment. I can see the lake. The kids can see the Sears Tower. I ain't never seen the Sears Tower before, Mr. Redmond. Yeah, girl, y'all go ahead and look out the window and see that. Yeah, Yeah, y'all see all that stuff? See, this is what it is. You go to school, you get your grades together, and you go out and get y'all some good jobs. Y'all can live better than me. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah. If one of y'all girls mind helping me fold my clothes.
Hey.
You help me? Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, why don't y'all put some music on? Yeah, turn that shit up. Shit, it's a turn up. Yeah, turn the music up. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Yeah. Now I'm drinking wine, but y'all can have some grape juice. Y'all want some grape juice? Yeah, we put them all in some wine goblets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you say Tasha sleepy? Oh, just let her go and lay down in the guest room. She can't lay down in my room. I ain't gonna let her do that, because that would look weird. But let her lay down in my guest room. I got a 4-bedroom apartment. Yeah, we good. Well, let her lay down in there. Oh, y'all go, you know what? Let's turn the lights down. Let's put on a scary movie. Yeah, we put a scary movie on. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Y'all watch Scream 12. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go check on Tasha to make sure she's okay.
You should not be around, it should be a thing. Everyone should know it. You should not be around nobody's motherfucking kids in any kind of way. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't. That's why I'm telling you, y'all saw when that girl, a long time ago, when that girl mama said, oh, she can fly out there with your daughter. I trust you.
Yep.
I said, no, you can come out here so I can fuck you while they play in the What's going to happen?
That's parenting.
Yes, that's good parenting. And it was. We had a wonderful weekend. I beat her cheek. But it was like you wanted to send your kid out there with it, and it's the same thing with the party that they had at the house. They said, oh, my daughter's, when she turned 16, oh, they all going to have a party at the house. She want to show off the house. I said, this is a wonderful thing. And I'm going to invite every one of y'all parents to come here with me and her mother. And that's what happened. Some of them didn't come, which still was weird. I mean, I understand it had something to do. But even then, at least they can say we trust it because there's a bunch of parents there with these kids. But even then, I think I would still say I want to be one of the parents there.
Yes.
I just like being one of the parents there. Just like when they would go on field trips. I like being one of the parents on the school bus. So if anything happens to my little Peter Parker, I'm going to be there. I'm not going to read about it in the Washington Post.
Yes. It's like that. And that's the whole thing. It's like, I know the shit sounds funny or whatever, but it literally will happen just like that. And next thing you know, little Tasha's pregnant. Don't nobody know who the daddy is. She ain't saying nothing. Why? Because she in love with him. Mm-hmm. And she thinks she's in love with him. And she want to be with him. Or one of the other girls who actually do got feelings for him. They attracted to him. They think that they can be a woman too, and they like him, and they see he got all this stuff. And I see my mama going after men like this, and I see one that's showing me just a little bit of attention. Yeah, I'll sleep with him so I can get me a person. I can have a person like my friend got. Yeah, I'll sleep with him so I can drive his car to school one day. Yeah, I'll sleep with him. I'll do this with him just so I can have some money in my pocket because my mama broke as fuck and she don't never let me me have nothing. I can't never go do nothing. Yeah, he gonna give me $200, girl. I can go out. We can all go out and have us some fun and go to the movies together. We can go get the new Jordans when they come out. I swear to you, it happens just like that.
Remember, The Sopranos had an episode like that when Meadows' friend ended up having sex with the soccer coach.
Yep.
And they went off on Meadow. They was like, "What you mean you don't want to play soccer no more? He got y'all to the championship." She was like, "He was fucking so and so," and he stopped and was like, "What did you say?"
Yep.
And he promised her that he was gonna leave his wife. Allie is what her name was. She tried to kill her because of this.
Yep. And it happens just like that. And the thing is, you don't know. You won't know who it is, or the you won't find the wolves in sheep clothing until it's too late. So what you need to do is you need to be a fucking sheepdog, and you need to be around every motherfucker that's around your kid. That's exactly how you win at that. Don't be one of those parents. I'm just scared and I'm just gonna hope for the best, and I want my kid to have a good life. And be there. And be that motherfucker that's always there, always in the way, always asking questions, always saying where and why the fuck and what y'all doing, where they going, why they going there. You need to be that parent. That's how all parents should be. Ain't no, I'm looking out for all the kids. No, we all looking out for all our kids. That's how it should be.
Yes. Quit trying to depend on one person to look out on everybody's kid. That's how that one person end up getting the fuck out of y'all kids.
Yep.
Literally think about it. You know you don't want to have nothing to do with them kids because you're trying to go out and get some dick. You don't want to have nothing to do with them kids because you're trying to go get some pussy. Well, what the fuck is this one parent able to be there for everybody's kid? What
exactly?
They don't have no dick or no pussy. They just, I'd just rather be around your kids. Well, that's their dick. That's their
exactly.
pussy.
Don't let your kid be the last kid picked up. Don't let your kid be in the last one that has to get dropped off. Don't let your kid be the kid that's alone waiting at coach house while you on the way because you running late because you was still getting dick and now you got to go pick up your kid and you done forgot track of the time because you was getting your back blown out. Because the same thing that you was doing, trust and believe, somebody else is trying to do to yours. And if you think like that all the time, you'll be a lot more vigilant. You won't let that shit happen to your kid.
Yes. And it's a sad one. You got a comment on yours?
I'm a former drill sergeant in the Air Force. I never put myself in a situation to even be alone with a female trainee, and these were young legal adults. No man should want to be touched by a minor. That's just what it is, man. I don't see how people can see this, and regardless of that man's sexual orientation, you shouldn't be okay with it either fucking way.
Think about it. What's the best? Shouldn't we start measuring things as adults? We got to start telling the kids, measure it this way. What's the best could have came out of this? What's the worst could have came out of this?
Yep.
Best that could have came out of this is your video went viral. That's the best.
Yep.
The worst that could have come out of this could have been either that man or the guy for the guy who was doing it. The worst could have come out of this was those parents could have taken their kids out of your class because they didn't want to see that. You could have ended up fired.
Yep.
Best went viral. Worst, get fired.
Yep.
Weigh those, don't do it.
Don't do it. And that in itself, because I know there are people that's going to be thinking, well, you know, people think of things different. They look at things different. And he probably could have meant it to be something innocent. And we could be the ones that's making it into something that is not. Here's the thing. When at the very least, you should always have just what Tommy displayed, discernment. Let me judge this and just judge best case scenario, worst case scenario, how this may look compared to how it actually is. Let's just say this is a good guy. How does it look? If it looks bad, have the discernment not to do it, even though you're in a position to where you actually can. If it sounds bad, have the discernment not to say it.
Look at it this way. If you want the world to perceive you as a good guy and you see that an act you're doing has it to where they're not perceiving you as a good guy, second guess the act.
Yep.
The fact that he's sitting up here, somebody say he did get fired. Ooh.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. And my thing is, I hope that shit goes viral enough to where it follows his ass and he can never work in an elementary school again.
Until he
you want to do that shit? Yep.
Yeah,
you want to do that shit? Yep. You want to do that type of bullshit? Take your ass on up to higher learning. Take your ass up to the upper. Take your ass where the grown folks want to be educated. Go teach science on a fucking collegiate level to where you dealing with adults. If you can find a bunch of adults that want to pick in your fucking hair like some fucking monkeys or whatever the fucking case may be, go right on here and do it. But don't do that with our children.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've enjoyed this conversation because I like a passionate conversation, and we've had one.
Yes, indeed.
What would you like to end it with?
Rehab love the kids. I would say this. In the best way to just sum this up, to give somebody else something, because I'm pretty sure people will see this, and I'm pretty sure people should be having conversations about this. If you're talking about this in a barbershop, in a beauty shop, online, offline, in the kitchen, at a barbecue, whatever the case may be, keep this in mind. Don't put children in adult situations, and don't let children make adult decisions. It will take you a long way, and protect your kids by being there with them. Bobby Brown, these little motherfuckers, and every little step they take, you should be there.
I 1,000% agree. There's just no way or reason for this. And I think that's what is going to continue to hurt me, is so many women are defending this man, but I don't see them defending the fathers of their children. I don't see them defending the fathers of their children, saying he must be around these kids. But always some strange ass nigga, he must be around these kids. And I don't appreciate that. But this is why, just to wrap it up, this is why pedophiles go after who? Single mother households.
Yep. Sure
They
do.
go after single mother's households, because they know this bitch will offload their child for any fucking reason. And them arguing with this proves it. Ain't no fucking men on this man's page. Where are the fucking fathers? If he's such a good teacher, where are the fathers at in his comment section? You didn't see any? Why not?
Yep. Surely would. And whatchamacallit, Holes Kevin just made a great point. Even though he got fired, he's still in contact with them kids.
Ooh, yeah, because they got his
social media. They on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Feel bad for him. They're gonna suck his dick because they feel bad for him.
They did you wrong, Mr. Whatever the fuck his name is. They did you wrong. It ain't even like that.
These little black girls are fast. You trying to tell me ain't one of them trying to fuck him? Bullshit. Like you said, when we went to school, they were fucking a drug dealer. You mean to tell me not one of them has had the hot for this man? But it's a lie.
Yep. It's a hell of a point.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a point. And that's why this, man, I'm telling y'all, I know we can't keep them from it, but you need to try to keep them from it as long as you possibly can, so that by the time they do get access to this shit, that they can have some discernment, and that you've taught them, don't do this. Don't be this familiar with an adult. You still look at this person as an adult. Don't be alone with don't do it, because that's the thing that will get them either in a situation that they can't get themselves out of, or having that discernment will keep them out of those situations that they can't get themselves out of.
Yeah, I haven't seen anywhere where it says it got fired. So I'm gonna have to see that myself. I think them black women are gonna be able to keep him on that job because you don't remember how difficult it is to fire people in most of these places anyway because of the
teachers union.
Yeah, so it can't be that quick. I doubt it's that quick.
Yep,
it's gonna take a minute, but if you give a shit about my kid, when you see that there's backlash, I don't give a fuck if it's just 20% of the parents. That's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough for you to say what I was doing wasn't worth it. Why am I arguing that this needs to be done?
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
To argue that this needs to be done is the problem, and it's weird.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm about to play a song Lee, so I know you probably won't be able to listen to it over on your end because it's gonna get you to strike. But
yeah, I'm gonna mute it.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of chance. But ladies and gentlemen, we about to leave. Y'all know this nigga was wrong when I'm gonna probably replay the interview when he came on my show before he died. Rest in peace, Benny. But you came on my show and lied. Yeah, he came on there.
I forgot you did interview this dude.
He lied his ass off talking about no, it was about a girl who lived next door. You know, I felt bad because she didn't have nobody. Nigga, the video says different. The video says different. Nigga, you went to this bitch house and thumbs down her daddy because he said leave her alone. They say... Stop lying, man.
You need to upload that. You sure did interview that dude. I remember that.
I'm putting that interview back up. I'm gonna find it and put it back up. He was wild.
Yeah.
He was wild for it, but I loved him. I loved the interview, but he know he was lying. But I feel you, yeah, brother. You gotta lie about this shit. Hey, they trying to. Back then, it was all right to say what you said.
I forgot about that, boy. I tell you,
man. That's back when I could get anybody on my show. They would come on the show. Here we go.
Yes.
Catherine said, "Damn, he fly on first class." Big Nose King said, "Where's the bear?" Look, what's the funny? What's the funny? I just don't like nobody question this. Yo, he was singing. It's a beautiful song. I love this song, but I said, I said, I'm gonna have to bring him on the show. And that's when I had enough clout that I could get pretty much anybody on the show. I said, I'm gonna get this nigga to come on my show. I answered it in such a nice way. I said, well, I said, you know. He said, well, everyone asked me that question. He said, and look, he said, I wasn't writing it from my standpoint. There was a friend of mine. He had a 16-year-old neighbor. I bought you. Shut the fuck up. If you don't stop. He said, yeah. He said, you know, and he was helping her out. I said, oh, God. I'm laughing and listening to him, though, because you got a video, bro. The video, it ain't your friend. Your video doesn't. It ain't your friend in the video. It's you. You wrote the song. And he said he was just talking about helping her out. Well, what? Out of her clothes. What do you mean? What kind of trouble was she in? How did this song end up sound like a love song? And how the video, you have been kissing this bitch on a magic carpet. You had to go to a cartoon, Aladdin. Y'all, this is all symbolism. You went to her daddy and said, give me that pussy. He said no, and you got mad and went around the house and walked in the window. That was the low ass window. This nigga walked in the window. Y'all saw that shit? He walked He walked right in the window. He stepped his ass in the window. Oh. Oh. Somebody said he updated it to what does it say? She's just 21 years old. Did he say it like that? She's 21 years old. I want to know how he did it. Because 16 and 21, she's just 21 years old. 16 is just 2 verse. Oh, he said 18. Now 18 would fit. She's just 18 years old. And he was saying, basically, he said, they say that everybody was saying this is wrong. Everyone was saying it was wrong. They say separated by fools that don't know what love is yet. Yeah, if she's 21, why would they be telling him to leave her alone? She's 37 years old. Leave her alone, they say. She got kissed by a fool. She done turned him gay. And I want you to know. What? She's just 50 years old. Just what? Come on, Benny. And these fools don't know what love is. How do you know what it is? This girl is 16. What have you done with this 16-year-old? Here's what we have to ask. What have Benny been doing to this 16-year-old prior to when the daddy finally said something? Rick James got a song that goes, Rick James got a song that goes, she was only 17, but she was sexy.